man Nate Campbell. Here experience the Galaxxy with Nate Campbell. I am Nate Campbell. It's my man John. And not to be left out, my man David Emmanuel sitting in with me.
Yes, sir.
And talk to us, baby, talk to us a little bit about what your shirt is all about, man. Show that shirt. I want y'all to see that shirt. We're gonna go right to it today. A lot to talk about.
Yeah, unity over beliefs. Pretty much I was out in the community and we were so divided as a people. You know, we were out fighting for, someone that got killed by the police, and the mother of the children and the people leading the movement were so separated. They was on separate sides of the streets, and here I am in the middle of the bullshit, and nobody told me what was going on, So by the time I figured it out, it's like a whole bunch of nonsense, people trying to get money off of people that died, and vice versa. So the mama was like, who gave y'all the right to be out there on the behalf of my son? I'm like, but damn, I thought we were doing something good, something right. So, just people with different beliefs. And then when you look at the religion, Muslims don't like Christians, some of them, not all of them, but you got your Christians, the Buddhists.
I got a Muslim friend named Muhammad. What's Muhammad's last name? Muhammad Arab. That's his name, Muhammad Arab. And great dude, man. Me and him, we both got one thing in common. We like old cars. He's a teacher over at Terry Parker.
Right.
Outstanding guy. Does great things with those kids. And they Muslim.
Right.
I'm saying he's Muslim. He is Muslim. His whole family is Muslim. That they live together. They old school Muslim where mama lived with him and daddy lived with him and that thing. So I'm telling people like, this is what we need to go back to. I agree with that part. I mean,
yeah.
So I love that Unity Over Belief shirts. Tell them how they can get them.
Hey, you can message me or you can go to unityoverbeliefs.bigcartel.com. Also, T-Posh website have Unity Over Belief shirts there. Also on Spreadshirt.com. Instagram, there's a Unity Over Belief page. Facebook, there's a Unity Over Belief page. Or message me or message Nate or whatever. We'll make sure you get one if you want to wear it for that spirit. For the spirit. If you look at the word belief, it contains lie, which is highlighted because most of what we've been taught is a lie, but yet we believe it, and we let that divide us. So, the shirt is pretty much self-explanatory, you know what I mean? Don't wear it unless you got the spirit. Already there was one person that pulled a gun on a city bus driver, and he was wearing a Unity Over Belief shirt.
What?
Shit. Yeah, man, and I was in New York on vacation, and they were sending me pictures of the shit. Like, I got control over whoever wear the motherfucker. If it make you want to rob a motherfucker or get mad at a motherfucker, don't put it on when your attitude stink and your spirit stink, because you give me a bad rap, But most people don't know that I made the shirt. So I want you to wear it because you believe in what it says.
Unity of Belief, man. I want y'all to support my man David. David's my dude, man. He don't like me telling everybody he's like my comedy mentor. I'm not one that. So I just put comedy coach at the bottom, and I was laughing at him. Like we laugh a lot together, man. We have a lot of fun together. We really debate. We were debating today on the way over here about something Mike Tyson said. Mike Tyson made the statement that he can't wait to die.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, if you ain't never been the best in the world at what you've done, and then you have to turn it loose and not see the thing about it is not turning it loose, David. It's not being ready to. It's you holding on because you're not ready to. Mm-hmm. So for me, I understand that we ain't ready to go.
Right.
We want to be here a little while, and getting old ain't shit, man. That's the whole truth.
Right.
No matter, getting old ain't shit.
Well, I mean, did Mike say that recently? Because
yeah, he said it recently.
Mike is into some real shit, real heavy shit. Like,
pull it up for me.
He is on with them people doing DMT, like they extracted DMT supposedly from a lizard brain and injecting it, and that's a whole different experience. I mean, he was peaceful on that podcast. I wish I knew the name of the podcast. They show you live.
Is it Joe Rogan? Is it Joe Rogan by chance?
I doubt it. Joe Rogan, that's that motherfucker from Fox, ain't it?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, that's the guy.
Yeah.
But he did his podcast also.
Yeah, he does a podcast.
Yeah, I don't think it was his bitch ass.
Damn. Damn. Well, Joe Rogan is a conservative, right?
Yeah, I think he's a Trump guy. He's that kind of guy.
Well, I mean, Tariq Nasheed went on Fox and had his fucking lunch with him. Took him to lunch. In other words.
Yeah.
Cause
took his lunch from him, baby.
He shows you how to debate with certain, or maybe I'm thinking about Tucker. You said Joe Rogan. That's a different person. So I apologize, Rogan. It might be confusing with Tucker, whatever.
It says Mike Tyson leaves Eminem shook to the core with powerful statement about killing people.
Damn.
He said boxing legend Mike Tyson stunned Eminem by insinuating that he would fucking kill anybody that would have disrespect. Oh, yeah. Listen to me. Let me explain something to y'all about this. For as deep as that sounds, as scary as that sounds, Don King.
It's Joe Rogan, you're right.
Yeah, Don King made a statement that was he said something to Angelo Dundee, and Muhammad Ali lost his temper on a press conference. That was one of the things that was in the movie. He said, "Don't you ever talk to Angie like that." You know how Ali be talking. He let him. Don't you never talk to Angie like that. And we call Angelo Angie to the day he died. We called him Angie. Mm-hmm. We didn't call him Angelo. We called him Angie, and we called him Angie because the great one called him Angie. And fighters are very funky about their trainers, man. I got into I love the guy. One of my guys who I consider a guy who I would go to war with. But he said something about John David. Jack, I was, hey, wait a minute, pimp. Hey, I come through there by John David and put up my best fight. I ain't got him but 45 or 50 good seconds off the carpet right now, but you can get them all by John David. And that is the thing that we got to come to the realization about. As we're in a place now with people speaking their piece about what they're going through mentally, we got to be understanding that if you ain't never been in this place, you might not get it.
Right. You
might not get it, because to be the best in the world and then have to give that up,
well,
you ain't Superman no more. That's our mortality is taxing on fighters.
Well, even with your category of us not understanding, and as I explained on the ride over here, a lot of us
we didn't explain. We was talking loud, and it was ugly.
Oh no! I mean, I heard you loud and clear. I mean,
it was actually a good
I was trained in Parris Island when I was 18. So, and then my grandmother raising me 13 years in Carolina, the slave depot of the world. So I done made it through the rough. I'm in paradise right now. I really don't give a fuck about nothing. You know what I'm saying?
David said, "Did you say the slave paradise?"
Yeah, that's when that's when the fucking auctions took place and shit. That's
the slave paradise. Damn.
But what was I gonna say? Is this a lot of us didn't get the basics, and we didn't have the opportunity to have the skill set to do shit. And I'm gonna tell you, black people, when you get older and you try to learn shit as an adult, black people don't give a fuck if you didn't have a father or uncles to teach you the shit. They would dog your old ass out for trying to learn something that you never weren't able to learn growing up. So, but your statement is this: you can tell who you are imprisoned by who you can't criticize.
Right.
So you got to use that term for people like you as well that been at the top of your game and been at world championships. Yeah, but if we can't criticize you, then we would be slaves to you. No, so we got to criticize y'all.
Well, no, you can, but come on. You're allowed to criticize me, but we're going to fight about it. it is what it is. How you know? You ain't never done it.
We not gonna fight a fighter. Let me tell everybody out there, don't fight somebody who been fighting all their life and they got the basics and then they got their own skills on top of basics. Learn to carry a shank or carry some acid that you can throw in their eyes so you get an unfair advantage on them. Don't go straight up with them. I seen people do this shit, argue with somebody who is trained in a craft. I research fighting for the science. It's a science to fighting. So you cannot fight, unless you got some skills that God gave you at the mere moment. If you don't have the basics and you haven't done this shit,
leave it alone.
You don't need to fuck with somebody who has, okay? Shank their ass or shoot them and just go on about your business. This real shit I'm talking.
Man,
we
real
in
talk.
survival mode, man. We in survival mode. But no, I'm going to use the same logic you said about these black women. Let me tell you something. We had a show Saturday. Me and Nate did Campbell. We did comedy and we weren't even supposed to do comedy, but we was warming up the stage. Right. And we had one MC, one comedian that was sick, and so we filled a time gap. Nate wanted to go in on the black females, and I didn't
want to go in.
His general nature is to speak about discrepancies that our black females have, okay? Since he making me play a fucking attorney on this bitch and having to reword my shit.
I'm not. Whatever, man.
I advise him not to do that. You know what I mean? Even though it was warranted. You know, it's definitely warranted. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, well, here's the thing about it.
But a comedian took a shot at him during the show, and she went on after us, and that made me feel bad about having him draw back, because I know there's a lot of jokes he would have did that if not, I had told him not to do it at this particular time, I think he would have did it. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? Here's my thing. And I'm honest with everybody about this. I don't, that kind of stuff don't faze me. What the shot was, it don't faze me. But my thing was, I think that as a people, we aren't honest with each other. We just can't be honest with each other. Mm-hmm. So I'm honest enough to say I have daughters, so I don't give a damn how you feel. I got girls. I got all daughters. 30, 28, 26 this year. I've been calling women calling women out for their shit for a long time, and so I don't do it out of a place of hate. I'm just matter of fact about it. Speak my piece, keep it moving, and I love black women, but I use a statement that is a statement by Voltaire. Voltaire has a statement. It says he says, you will know who you're enslaved to by who you cannot criticize. And that statement rings so true.
Where is it?
With a lot of my sisters, because it's like, if you tell them something that they've done wrong, say right then something that is going on, and I'm pointing it out. Oh, well, y'all do this. Well, we ain't talking about what I did, what I do. We talking about what you're doing right now. Mm-hmm. Right. We having this conversation about you right now. Right. And our problem is, rather than say, okay, let's fix this, but you need to fix that. Right. We just go to tearing each other down about where our problems are. Mm-hmm. And we never get anything fixed, because now you busy trying to point fingers at me, but you wrong right now. Right now I'm not the one that's not taking care of the kids, because you know what I'm saying? I'm not that guy that don't take care of my kids. You know what I'm saying? But our problem is so many times that we get pulled off course because we want to say horrible things rather than just take the critique and keep it moving.
And you know that used to be and is kind of still my problem, especially in comedy. I didn't like critiquing.
I love it.
Don't get me wrong. When it's coming from a reputable source, I shut up and I listen. Like a national comedian, somebody that's making money from it, I listen. But the average motherfucker that's doing the same shit that I'm doing and on the same level as me, it's like, no, you haven't figured shit out yet, so how the fuck you gonna tell me something? And especially here in our city, locally, there's a lot of bitterness, man. It's like people don't think there's enough food on the table for everybody.
We can do this if we act right.
Right.
We can do this if we act right. Jacksonville is a talent rich city. Talent rich city. I see a lot of good comedians out there. But I think that our problem is, I'm going to tell you another problem we have. Not that we funny like that. Our issue is this, and I'm going to say this, and I don't give a damn who don't like it. The LGBT community don't want to be picked at. They don't want you to poke fun at them and take a jab at them. But it's okay for...
Well, Gillum taking jabs.
Oh, he's taking jabs right now, boy.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about him. That's a whole nother story. We're going to talk about him today.
Shitted all over
Oh,
the
stop it. We're going to talk... No, don't go there yet. We're going to talk about him in a minute. But our thing is, dude, tolerance and acceptance are two different things. I tolerate you. If I'm just tolerating you, I don't say nothing about you. I just keep it moving. But I don't want you in my space. Because if I gotta tolerate you,
right,
I don't want you in my space. Because I'm just tolerating you. But if I'm accepting you, that means we can have a symbiotic relationship. We can talk shit to each other. We can accept this. I got a gay cousin that's cockeyed. This is a real story. I got a gay cousin that's cockeyed. This nigga caught it.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the jokes that we threw at him with your lazy-eyed, wrist switching, you soft? Oh, he turned and he'll give your ass the business.
Right.
Whatever, whatever, and give you that eye. You gotta be. Can you imagine being?
Did somebody nut in his eye?
I don't know what it was.
I'm trying to.
He was always cockeyed. He wasn't all. We didn't find out he was gay till he came home from prison. He came home from prison. He was a whole sissy, as my auntie said. That boy's a sissy now. But we love him. He's my cousin. I can't not love him because he's gay. I'm not a proponent. I'm not a guy that's out there with a gay rights sign. I'm not doing that. That's not my thing. I don't do that. But what I will do is tell you this much here. He got a right to be gay, and you're going to let him have that right to be gay.
Right.
But I got a right to pick at him, and
Right.
you're going to let me have the right to pick at him. Because acceptance is a part of me being able to accept John is to talk about the fact he got a hook nose.
Damn.
Ain't that right, John?
I guess.
Yeah. My
Big
thing,
nose. I don't know about hook.
Yeah.
Fucking hook. He's big. Lithuanian side. I didn't get the Irish side.
We got to be willing. But our problem is we don't. You can't do that. You can't have a conversation. Now, we act like they gonna fucking crack because you say something about a gay person. If I made a joke about Magic Johnson,
that's the thing that was said.
I don't give a fuck. And like I said, Magic got on a mask for real.
Yeah.
He need to be worried about that big old 6'7" tall son on high as hell with them Birkin bag.
Yeah.
That was a good joke.
Yeah, I like it.
It was pretty good.
I forgot all my gay jokes, and I guess the Lord was protecting me because I didn't know there was an LGBT army in the crowd.
But the problem is, dude, if you want acceptance, this is what acceptance looks like.
Yeah, my only problem that I have with this is this: if you gay or whatever, that's your business. If you put it out there on the forefront, then that means it should be addressed. You the one bringing it up because you don't feel comfortable with who you are. Otherwise, you wouldn't bring it up all the time. That's the way I feel.
I got a friend. He know it. She one of the best fighters in the history of boxing. Period. Ever, always. She got 5 titles, 6 titles.
Chevelle.
Yeah, Chevelle. Chevelle married to another woman. I'll fuck you up by Chevelle.
I bet Chevelle got some good pussy too.
Oh, this nigga here. She gonna put Maurice on you. That's the name of her strap on. Nigga. Put Maurice on you. but Chevelle, one night we was in Conduces, nigga, up on Pearl Street, and she was there, and
so she live in Jacksonville.
She came to Jacksonville with me. I was living. She from Tampa, Plant City. So she came up and shit. The girl was trying to holler at Chevelle, and these dudes got mad about it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And they got mad about it, and the girl was bad too. She was a bad little chick.
See?
And so she was leaving with Chevy. So as she leaving with Chevy at the time, Chevy didn't notice. I said, hey, the guy was in the bathroom talking, oh, man, that dyke out there, blah, blah, blah. So now, mind you, I understand what they're saying. I don't agree with what they're saying, but I understand.
Right.
You got your feelings hurt, your face cracked, and the girl leaving with the girl. So I go out and tell her, Chevy and my cousin, I want y'all to go get in the car, and I'm gonna meet y'all at Auntie house. All right, I said, Mom over there too. So now, mind you, my cousins love Chevy. She like, my daughters love her. She family. As a matter of fact, my daughters got a joke. They call her the shuncle, the she uncle. the girls got
But
it.
she's cool too.
She's
the coolest.
I will burn your house down by her, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so the dudes came out the bathroom and they was gonna go outside and say something to her, fuck with her, because I heard them in the bathroom talking. So the man that owned the conducence, knew my mama, knew my whole family. He loved me to death because I was doing some good stuff in boxing right there. As them girls came to that door, I knocked both of them out. Boom, boom, knocked both of them out. 2 shots, 2 out knockouts. He said, "Booby, what happened?" I told him what happened. He took them jokers out the side door. You know, it was a side door on the side. And they gave him that work out there. Because what you ain't gonna do is bother her because of who she is. She is who she is.
Right.
You either deal with it,
Yeah.
or don't. But you ain't finna.
Yeah, you got to move on.
Yeah, you ain't gonna put your hands on her because she got a right to that. And that's before they had a gay rights bill and all that. That's her right. But I'm gonna pick at you. I'm gonna pick at you. We had a running joke. If somebody mistaked her for a guy, I had to give her $1. One day I had to give her like $30, $40. I said, I ain't playing this shit no more. Shit, I ain't playing this no more. She was winning.
Yeah. If you gay, call in.
Oh God, don't do it.
No.
What's
wrong with that?
Then you gonna start some shit.
I ain't gonna start nothing.
You gonna, but no. But think about it. If we gonna talk acceptance, if we're
Unity over belief.
right. If we're talking acceptance,
Somebody call.
if we're talking acceptance, acceptance is one thing.
Yeah, we need to share the video, but
Yeah.
I can't pull it.
Tolerance is, yeah, we gotta share the video.
Can you push it to my Facebook?
We
so I can-
started a few minutes early.
Tolerance, yeah. If we being honest with each other, tolerance is.
Where's the video?
I got to deal.
I brushed my teeth with the charcoal. Which video are you looking for?
No, the one you're talking about.
The what? A Steam?
No, the video. Yeah, did you send the Steam video out? No, you talking
friends
about
on
Whatever
Facebook?
you're talking about right now. What do you want me to?
Nate the Galaxy. I wanted to share that video. We don't have it on Nate the Galaxy page or his home page.
right?
Oh, you don't?
No, we don't.
Oh,
No.
okay.
But as a reference point, since we're gonna be honest with one another, let's be honest with one another. When Gillum was running for you know what I'm saying?
Gillum and Gilliard. The two G's.
The
And
Gillum,
Gay,
the governor?
And Gay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Gay
yeah. What happened there? What's up with that? You better explain
okay,
that.
you remember he was running for office and I kept saying I wouldn't vote for him. You remember that? We were doing the show at the other house.
Yeah, I think
I
so.
said I would not vote for him because he supports the LGBT, and I don't support that movement. Now I'm not saying I hate him.
Now you know why.
And
Wait a minute. Do you look at a person's policies?
fuck his policies.
Okay. I'm just asking.
Fuck
Because
his policies.
you don't look at the policies.
No.
Once they support the LGBT, you
I'm
say
done.
fuck them.
I'm done. Because that's enough for me to say I'm done.
So what you say about
If
Yeah, but there is no way you could be a Democrat
yeah.
and
in
not
this day and
support,
age,
yeah.
and that's impossible.
Try something new.
Right.
Be different. Dare to be different.
And be not elected.
You was shit.
He almost got elected.
he-
He
no, he
lost
didn't.
that election by a little tiny
Yeah,
bit.
and guess what? He lost by a little tiny bit and would have been. And guess what? We'd had to deal with the shit.
Who
You
was
would've
that
had
guy-
to deal
who
with
was
it
that
right
guy-
now.
Who was that guy who wrote all them plays back in the day? Black guy, gay guy. But he was always speaking for our rights and shit.
Oh, I know you're talking about.
Little skinny, dark-skinned guy. I can't think of his name.
He's a great writer. He talks like this.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I ain't voted for him.
Yeah, Amen Corner. I did his play, Amen Corner.
I didn't vote. I know his
well,
name.
you wasn't living back then.
I know
What's
his
the name of the play?
You weren't either.
Amen Corner. Yeah, but you said you didn't vote for him.
I said I didn't have to vote for him. I didn't have to vote for him. He wasn't running for office.
Yeah.
Because he went to France. He talked about when he went to France, and we knew he was gay, and that wasn't. We don't particularly care about that.
James Baldwin.
James Baldwin.
yeah,
James
that-
Baldwin.
that mother-
James Baldwin is probably one of our greatest writers of all time, and we can't take that away from him. He is who he is. You got to deal with what it is as what it is. But what you must also understand, what also what must be understood is, if I got to give you my vote, that's my choice.
Right.
And when Obama got in office and went to throwing shit to gays, he totally overlooked black people. He did everything for them. He did nothing for nothing for black people. He made it his business to say something for gays, but you ain't say shit for black people.
I mean, but that, low key, that is the way of business today. The LGBT.
Yeah, but it was also an easy get for him too. Look at Nate.
They make up 2% of the population.
Forget that. Let me tell you when I say an easy get. Okay, so Trump can issue checks right now and get votes by everybody's
I
hurt.
was voting for Trump. I'm voting for Trump anyway. I love the stuff that he's giving me humor wise. I'm telling you right now, he is giving me a whole bunch of. How could you do? What would you do for the next 4 years with somebody else that's trying to be up? Man, stop. Trump is the best comedic.
Dangerous right now.
Oh,
I just business wise, I think we've been seeing stuff grow, whether it's inflated or whatever it is.
if you pull all the regulations away from our society, business will grow. It doesn't matter who does that.
Yeah.
Lift up the gates and let people pollute. Let the banks give loans. Let them do all this nefarious shit. Sure, you're going to have an economy that's growing at 3.2% or whatever.
And what's wrong with that?
No, I'm not saying there's anything.
No, I'm not saying anything wrong, but I'm just saying I'm a business guy. I'm not somebody that get programs.
right. And my thing is,
I've never been somebody to get programs guy.
Before we go in that,
programs don't benefit.
Let's not get off Gillum yet because we're gonna go into that. We're gonna go to that programs thing. That's going because we're gonna talk about that. We were talking about in the car. But my thing was, I wouldn't vote for Gillum for that reason. I spoke my piece. I said I wouldn't vote for him for that. I said because I feel like he's a low key sissy.
Right. Well, deep down inside,
that was my exact words.
I think deep down inside of me, after what happened with Barack Obama being a face for all this stuff that went down, and he was just a face, that's all he was. So now anytime you put a black person before me, I'm not going to trust him in politics because I know there's a hidden agenda. So,
but you know what the thing about it, but that's
always
been.
I didn't even vet this Gillum guy. I didn't even know this Gillum guy. You know what I'm saying? And I
that's the guy on the right.
Yeah, that's the guy who was
going to get excited.
Hey, check it out. He didn't even get one of his own. He got.
This don't even make sense.
Yes, it do.
That's his profile right there.
Hey, this by a man. That don't make sense.
He was the fuck.
Did you see the website? The website's called Rent.
Who was the fucker?
Gillum. They said Gillum was the fucker. He was the fucky, I think.
Top or bottom or whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
So that wasn't Gillum shit on the sheets.
I don't know.
I think Gillum shitted on the sheets. The man bust his asshole loose, and he shitted on the sheets.
And the bad part about it is why not just come out and say you gay in this day and age?
Why?
No, because look at these politicians. Look at the list of politicians that do shit, and when they do it, this guy didn't have a chick on the side or like a
he had a
slight
whole
gay.
Dude.
He goes to rent.com and finds that dude. He finds
he said,
dude.
But no, they guy said they had done it before.
Yeah, but it gets better. There's a bag of meth. Like, they go all out, man. They don't just do a little bit. He gets the bag of meth. He gets the whole fucking Monty in Miami.
Damn.
And he's so fucked up he can't even talk with the cops. Like, these guys are great, man. They don't just, a little bit. They got to go full.
But see, here's my
Imagine
problem.
If the guy was governor right now, the fucking mess it would be.
Think about it.
Right now.
Think about. This would be going on right now.
Yes, it would.
He would be the governor of Florida right now with a blowed out Buddha hole and a meth habit.
Well, who's governor now?
Hold on, wait a minute. And a pandemic going on.
Yeah, and a pandemic going on.
And, dude, talk about having no confidence.
When them sisters would have sucked the virus out of
Oh
him.
God.
Oh man.
This motherfucker.
You guys, this shit's all on. This is on 4 platforms, right?
Yeah,
you don't see my ass on any of these shots.
And you got me on the shot with this mother. Yeah.
Dude, this shit was streaming on my page, right? My Facebook page, and when I was streaming last night. Yeah, I got 528 friends. I'd have about 136 left.
Are we streaming on my page? Because I can't see it on my page.
I know I can't see it either, but it says there's people watching. So
yeah, but here's my issue. I'm not mad I didn't vote for him. I'm happy I didn't vote for him. And if you go back and look, I already said what I said. And I had a Trump moment back then, like we used to call it the Chinese coronavirus. I thought that was petty.
No, what's wrong with it?
No. Wait a minute. I thought it was petty that the
people got upset.
Yeah. Oh, virus. And then I love the fact that he was gangster. He basically said, "Bitch, I said what I said." Mm-hmm. Because they talking about what he said. Trump, you, that's racist that you would say that. Well, shit, you ain't saying about the Spanish flu,
right? And the black coons need to shut their damn mouth.
It's on your other page, Nate. Hang on, I'm going to share it to your.
The
your
black
page.
coons always getting in a fight that don't belong to them. You stay your unarmed, getting killed ass in your damn lane and quit worrying about.
You need to do is learn how to buy. Like, hey, I bet most of you motherfuckers got red bottoms and no pistol, no bullets. I was standing in line for bullets today, and guess what? The people that was standing in line for bullets was white. I had maybe it was probably out of 300 people, 10 black people.
Yeah.
10 black people.
Hey, real talk. R.I.P. to my nephew that was killed, was shot in the head by other teenagers with a gun, and one coming in and snatched the gun, and he was shot. Luckily, the autopsy report said that he never saw it coming. So, he didn't have to suffer. And that makes my brother feel better.
Right.
But the point is this.
Teach these kids to use guns.
I take my children, I took them to the gun range. I told them don't let nobody have a gun around you if they don't know how to properly use it. Never point a gun at somebody unless you intend to kill them. And don't let nobody point a gun at you.
And
I don't know if everybody else gets that same training, but it doesn't hurt to have that training and to have your children know how to use a damn gun. All this,
okay, there it is. It's on your page.
All this no guns and none of this shit is ridiculous. There's guns in the world.
And guns don't kill people. People who don't know how to use guns kill people.
Right. Right. And you're not going to be able to alleviate the world of guns.
We got more guns in America than we got people. Do you know there are more guns in the country than there are actual living human beings?
No, I believe it. And they're out there doing all other type of bullshit. Why wouldn't you learn how to shoot a gun, man?
Exactly.
I mean, that's what I love most about the Marines was at that rifle range, man. Shooting that gun and smelling that gunpowder. Man.
Hey, there's nothing like hearing a AR-15 or M14, M16. Pew! Ain't nothing like. I'm gonna tell you the gun you want to shoot. There's no gun in the creation of the human race that howls like an AR, like an AK-47. That motherfucker, it screamed just at the right pitch nothing. When you absolutely, positively want to hear a gun, the sweet music of artillery, shoot you an AK-47.
I was proficient in the M16.
AR-15.
And I always thought I would rather shoot a motherfucker for 500 yards than to be up in their face worried about shooting them. You know what I'm saying? So I love
I'm a knife guy.
Rifles.
I'm a knife guy. I like to be right up close to you. I want to hear you moan.
That's some Rambo motherfucker.
Hey, I need to learn the knife because it's another guy that's in Soul Hood with us. That guy Solo that I was telling you with. Yeah. He has Contender on Amazon. I don't really want to promote because I ain't getting no kickback, but he has this knife that he carries around and he trains with. So, like, when that motherfucker showed it to me, I backed up. You know what I'm saying? Because I respect the knife. And if you get the right motherfucker that know how to use it, you don't know how to protect your main arteries, the main thing is you want to know how not to get cut in your main arteries.
The leg, the neck. Yeah, you don't want to get hit. You definitely want to get hit in the neck, the jugular up top. And there's a femoral artery. The femoral artery, you'll bleed out. Somebody hit you in the thigh, you'll bleed to death before you get to the hospital.
Oh, yeah.
But look, to move forward a little bit.
You finish on Gillum?
Yeah, I ain't going to be.
Because he going to shit on you.
Yeah.
No.
Yes. Yes.
Gillum on loose booty hole ass Gillum. Shout out to Gillum, man. I want you to win next election. You suck some people dick at the poll, you might win. Fuck y'all in sports. No, I love all y'all stupid motherfuckers.
Boy,
out here done. Sucking and shitting on sheets and shit. God damn.
I'm done with you today.
They bust that man. And y'all black people that's getting sensitive on Facebook, somebody put up a post. If somebody posts one more picture of Gillum and the drugs and the shit on the sheets, unfriend me. What the fuck are you so sensitive for? It ain't have shit to do with you. You ain't the one that got fucked in the ass.
But you know the sad part about it? That's liberals don't want you to talk about other liberals. They don't mind you talking about conservatives. But do you realize the liberals are the ones that say that that leftists or liberals are the ones that say they want this, want that, as long as they don't get themselves caught on the backside of it.
Right. Well, my thing is always Gillum knew this going in. Anything not. I'm saying it's a part of the deal.
Literally going in.
Oh.
I'm saying. I'm saying there's certain things you have to agree to.
Oh, I'm done.
You know.
Oh, I'm done.
It's a part of the package. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, my God.
No, I just saying they
Hey, Coach Alfred Mitchell, how you doing? Coach Mitchell says hello.
they playing a distraction game.
Oh,
so
God.
you gonna always hear me say it's a distraction game.
Oh.
So none of this stuff takes me by surprise. I hate to tell you. Everybody know what the fuck they doing. Just like the NBA players and all these superstars saying they got the fucking coronavirus. That shit is playing. So
Well, let me
that
tell you
it
something.
can
They
hit
say
the
the whole
mass
reason,
media.
but they just dropped the list of all the ones that's finna get wrapped up in that Harvey Weinstein dropped. He dropping dime on
Come
it.
on, Mamla. Y'all gonna bring down Mamla? Or y'all
Ooh.
gonna bring down Man and Boy Love?
Oh boy,
Y'all, what y'all gonna do?
he bringing it. He is bringing it, and if you ain't prepared for what he bringing, if you do, they say that's why Tom Hanks over there telling me he got coronavirus.
So Tom Hanks is a deep throater too.
That's what they saying.
Gotcha.
That's what they saying. That's what they're saying. Those are the speculations. I think they say Ellen DeGeneres name popped up on the list. They throwing all these names out here. They say that's why she's not doing. She did a show in an empty studio and made a Twitter post about that her having a warrant. Put it up, and I'm like, wow. So I'm like, dude, if they're doing this and they're draining the swamp the way they say they're draining the swamp.
I don't think we gonna get nobody to call in.
Oh,
we
man.
done went hard.
Oh, you don't. You started. You said
You gonna blame me?
Well, look,
I ain't even saying no. I love everybody.
oh, you said some real ugly stuff.
No, that man was willing to take dick on his ass and shit all over the sheets. That's an American. Somebody. Americans in a lot of shit right now, just like Gillum. They take a pill. If the shit hurt, take a pill.
Did he shit all over the sheets or something?
Oh, they
He
said
shit
it was
over the
bad,
sheet. Blood
Jack.
was on the sheet.
They said it was bad down there. They said it was TB all over the room.
Jesus.
Boy, listen.
And hey, he hit his G spot and he shit it all over the sheets.
Oh,
I think it's amazing. I don't.
Oh.
That's what they do. If that's what they do, they do it. I don't know. Look, man. Y'all should have voted for that man. He needed to be elected so he could have more power. Then he could have got fucked by people that were, not off a website. You don't have to get no low budget people. Y'all cut that man budget. If you would have tapped him into the tax dollars, he could have been getting fucked by some high profile
But
people.
also, like we were saying before, you was talking about
I'm just saying.
like you were saying making a statement about the programs. How you don't want programs.
No, because I can't get no program.
Right, I can't get no program either.
I pay for the programs,
Can't get them.
but I don't get any of the programs.
Can't get them.
And the thing about it, I wasn't even a part of the liberal or conservative or none of that. I was just sitting in on shit. And a motherfucker that get programs was getting upset about me because I wasn't excited about one of his candidates winning.
And
then as I thought about it, I'm like, damn.
he getting programs.
Yeah, you get a program. So you want to fucking crucify me because I don't want to pay for your program. Motherfucker, they taking my money. 30%.
And that's the way it is.
30%.
30. Yeah.
Church don't even take that much. And they work for the Lord. Who y'all motherfuckers working for?
And I keep telling people, man, we got to be 100% willing and able and understanding about what's going on here.
Call in.
Yeah. Anybody want to call in 328-7272, 904-FAT-PAPA, 904-FAT-PAPA. But what I was simply saying was, to be real with this, I'm not knocking, man, what people do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not knocking what they do. I'm not angry about how they do it. I just know that I've made my mind up that I don't give a damn what the liberals say.
Oh.
I don't give a damn about what the liberals say. You
What?
can't win no fist fight.
Why you upset with the liberals?
Because liberals want to make everybody. Liberals keep saying they are all for equal treatment.
Right.
But they're not.
Well, liberals just want your money.
No. Liberal people keep saying we want to be treated fairly and we're all for equal treatment. But they're not.
Right.
They're not. Do you know that you can call me a nigga in San Francisco and nothing will happen? But if I call you a fag, they put you in jail.
Hell yeah.
Think how equal is that?
That's
Not
what it
very
is.
equal.
So my issue is stop telling me, stop telling. I'm gonna give you an even better. I had and I'm gonna use this women and men thing.
I don't even say faggot.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm scared.
Yeah, I got a friend of mine said he was talking about how women and men are treated differently. How women, actually, if you look at the rates, there's across the boards, women abuse men at an equal amount, close to equal amount as men abuse women. We did a show on that. Remember that? The domestic violence is pretty equal, but women, I said women bitch, moan, and complain. Oh, he beat me. He beat me. He beat me. Guys just take it on the chin and keep it moving. A lot of guys, man, I know guys, man. I had to tell one guy, I said, man, you a bitch.
Damn.
I had to tell him, you a bitch. He wanted to fight me, but he wouldn't fight her. I said, you can win against her.
The system.
Wait, I fuck the system. Because if you hit me, bitch, we hit. If a woman hit me, we are. If you hit me and the police show up, both of us going to be like this when the police get there. Look what he did to me. Well, look what she did to me. It's going out just like that. Because the problem is, we keep saying we keep talking about equality.
I want to meet the maniac chick that fucking punches you. Because you should not take her to jail. You should take her right to a fucking
Jim.
mental health facility.
Oh,
to hit you?
They out there. I can.
Dude, I have women all the time tell me, I beat you. I say, baby, look here. Look here. If you ever hear me tell somebody you can't win no fist fight, I'm at the point where I want to fight now.
Mm-hmm.
I've had to say it on multiple occasions this week to women. I had to tell a woman, I think you can't win no fist fight.
Yeah, I think some women know that the system protect them, so they don't have a problem hitting a man.
You better have a problem hitting me, because I'm telling you right now, you hit me, we hit.
Mm-hmm.
If you hit me, we hit. And I will sit downtown and be as happy as a pig in shit.
Yeah.
If you hit me, we hit. And that's my issue. The problem is you want to be treated fairly, but you don't want to be treated fairly. That's liberal. That's the liberal agenda. That's the lefties. If the truth be told, I'm gonna give you one even better. Mary J. Blige's husband cheated on her and wanted alimony.
Yeah.
How many men you know, John, wife cheated on them and got alimony? A lot of them. Women cheated on their husband, got caught, and got alimony.
Yeah, that ain't right. That ain't right.
They ain't got the children, they got child support.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it depends on what state you're in, because if you get divorced here, this is a
no-fault state.
No-fault state, man, so it doesn't matter what you've done.
What?
Georgia's still got antiquated laws. When
Yep.
Newt Gingrich was cheating on his wife, he was rethinking that because they
Yep.
got antiquated laws that say you cheat, more money goes to her. So
Right.
you better not get caught.
Right, I'm going to give you another one. California, same thing. New York, same thing. Those kind of states like that. Texas, I think, is like that. And so what I'm saying is, now that the shit done evened out a little bit, where women make more money than sometimes make more money than their husband.
I'll give you a great story.
Give me one.
You know this person. I'm not going to say her name to embarrass her because she's worked in
Yeah.
a place where we know.
Yeah.
And she was above me.
Yeah.
After 18 years or something, 20 years of marriage,
I remember this story.
he decided, I'm gay, which the guy was the gayest guy I
Always.
ever met that was married in my life. This guy was Liberace
shared it.
gay. And they got divorced, and he got all mad and went to a lawyer because he was a guy who was like a wedding planner and did all the bullshit jobs, and she made all the money.
Right.
And they got divorced, and I can't confirm the number, but I believe it's in the neighborhood of like $1,500 or $1,800 a month for the rest of his life.
As long as you don't get married.
They blocking you.
Who?
Content not available.
I'm being blocked on Facebook, guys.
It says call in, then it says content not available.
I'm being blocked on Facebook. It is what
Blocked
it
on
is.
Facebook, really? It still shows streaming on here.
The owner only shared it. A small group of people change who can see it or it's been deleted.
Well, and
It's on Experience the Galaxy, though. It's streaming on there.
yeah. But here's what I want you to understand, David.
Mm-hmm.
I'm all for it. If you done sat there in front of that judge and he done told you how much money you got to pay, and you felt like somebody had pulled life out of your chest, I feel like women should feel that same thing.
They do.
And I ain't mad about it. That's equality. Do you want this the equality you want it?
It's here.
I'm gonna tell you something
The
else.
rest of your life.
The rest of your life.
$1,800 a month to this guy.
That $1,800 go as long as you don't get married.
Yeah, well, we were checking the Broward County. Remember, she said check that every month. We were checking it to look for the marriage license.
Wow.
He never got. Well, when they legalized, I was every month checking it.
You got to be a fool to go get married. You get 1,800.
Yeah, right. He
Yeah, they're
didn't.
cool.
He didn't. He never did. He never did.
Yeah, I can
1800
go
you
back to
went-
Carolina with that. Live like a king.
You can.
Would you
1,800 a month.
take it?
$1,800
Like, I
a
don't
month
think
in
I'd take
Thailand. $1,800 a month in Thailand, dude. You live in La Vida Loca. And I know, dude. Y'all, I was paying $2,000 a month, and I was send another $2,500 just to be left alone.
Damn.
And I had the paperwork to prove it. And people like, oh man, blah blah blah. I'm like, you can say what you want about me. I know what happened. I know what happened. Nobody want to talk about it, but I know what happened.
Yeah, I told you about my buddy that has a bunch. He has like 10 kids by 10, and he's a good dude, hardworking guy who's worked in a steel factory for 10, 15 years. He had a union job and stuff. And one of the girls got He didn't even know what the law was. The chick moved away to California. The law in California, I think, said you went by California law because that's where the kid was. After 18, if she doesn't go to college, the support stops. You know that chick kept taking. The state kept taking it out of his check, his union check, for another 3 or 4 years or something till the girl was like 22, 23. And he's like,
Yep.
hey. So he finally got a little money together, and he paid some attorney. Give him an attorney. He goes, dude, you've been paying for 4 years for nothing. And he had to pay the attorney to stop it. And you know how much he overpaid? Like 20, 30 something $1,000. And you know what the court said?
Fuck you.
Fuck you. Go sue her and get it from yourself. We're not helping you. We took it out of your check mistakenly, and we're not even so much going to ask her for the money back. You
But-
got to get a lawyer and sue her, and of course
But
you don't
this
have a
is
job.
this is the privilege that men have. This is the
Man.
privilege that men have. Hey,
And this dude's so good. I'm like, dude, that doesn't burn. I go, look, dude, I'm willing to almost finance the fucking attorney to sue. He goes,
I got
dude,
what
you don't
he
even
meant.
have a job. What are you going to do? You're going to hang a judgment on the wall? You're never going to get a dime out of her.
I'm gonna give you one that's beautiful. Have y'all been watching Black Lightning?
I've seen a couple episodes.
I binge watched it again this weekend. I watched the whole season. I love Black Lightning. Black Lightning was always one of my favorite because he was a black guy. Black Lightning. I wanted Black Lightning. It was the shit. And his daughter's gay. I'm talking gay.
The fine ass daughter.
Yeah, all of them.
The oldest one.
Yeah, gorgeous. But I'm like, I don't do your thing. And but as I'm watching them take the comic books that I grew up loving and making them more feminist and more LGBT.
Right.
And I'm done with it.
Yeah, you know what's funny, Nate, is without you on this show, I don't think I would notice it. But when you point it out, like just thinking about Wesley Snipes and who was that movie where the
To
guys?
Wong Fu.
Yeah, like watching that movie again. Like I just thought it was a dopey movie. I never watched it. I think I watched a part. Just the whole concept of guys dressing up.
Why did
it just
Wesley
ain't my
Snipes-
thing. I don't find it funny
The
or
tax
entertaining.
deal, maybe? Tax trouble, maybe?
No, he did before that.
Yeah, this is way before
This
that.
before that.
Yeah.
You gotta realize after that movie he made Blade and shit. He became
like the biggest macho movies.
He's
But
a hella fine martial artist, too.
yeah, dude. But you
But
put him in a dress.
but
Dress. It made him an ugly woman.
Right, but he agreed to it, though.
They paid him an awful lot of money. They said, dude. Patrick Swayze.
But you went
John
to a lot of
Leguizamo.
money to make a shitty movie to dress up guys like girls. And when I start hearing Nate's stuff, and I go, you know what, that kind of shit makes sense to me. You know, because they're not dressing up, well, Patrick Swayze or whatever, but nobody
Right.
says anything about him. They took the macho guys and dress
Right.
them up as shit.
John Leguizamo
And
played
those
the
movies
Spanish.
are never any fucking good. I
So-
mean, even when what's his name? Was it Dustin Hoffman? Way back in the '80s with the movie
I don't
where
know.
he dressed
Tootsie
up
was
like
the
the woman.
shit.
So, John, do you think it's Nate's responsibility to make a movie of us making fun of black people that put on a dress so that going forward we affect the minds of all black men, heterosexual black
Shit,
men?
it won't
that
make no
decide-
money.
Shit, every comedy, we going to put so much comedy in that bitch, he's going to make some money.
Well, I'm just telling you that I wasn't aware
ain't
of
scared.
this deballing of black men until you bring it
I
to my
like that
attention. Then I go,
D-ball.
dude,
That is dope.
That's better than
Yeah,
emasculation.
de-balling. God,
That's better than emasculation.
De-balling.
but I'm telling you, man, it's like a neuter.
Yeah.
But I never thought of it. And then Nate brings the shit up, and I go, damn, you guys.
But the thing about it is,
Look at. I'm telling you,
You-
the only thing good about being a black guy in this fucking world right now is 3.4 to 1
Women.
And when you're fucking athletes, you're the fucking best. Everything else sucks
Dude,
dick. Sucks
you would go through.
dick.
Dude, let me tell you something.
What would George Washington Carver say?
I don't know.
They cut his dick off.
Yeah, they cut his balls off.
But he invented.
He had so much.
But think about that. Think about the white man slave owners cutting off the black guy's dick. Like, first of all, that's gay as fuck. Okay, you got gay problems cutting off guys' dick. You're that.
They de-weaponizing them because if you listen to Dr. Francis Cress Wesleyan,
we can change
she
the
said,
whole.
yeah,
change
just
the whole
you
gene pool.
having sex and making babies.
Change the whole gene pool.
Yeah, so they had to do it.
But you know the problem is
they
now.
had to.
And let me
But
tell
you know
you
the
something.
greatest weapon against-
That fear still permeates U.S. society.
Do you know?
I tell you where I got most woke about 20 episodes in. Nate was like, "Look, think about this." Now I was a white kid. I grew up in a white neighborhood and shit. When the first job I got was at Champion TV in Syracuse. It's like rent-own store, like Rent-A-Center. And I was in a 50-50 black and white store with clientele. And then they moved me to Buffalo, and it was 98% black. And this is eyes wide open. Like fuck, this is the real world and shit. And I was delivering the TVs and VCRs to the housing projects in Syracuse. And the black women were in there. Some of them have been there 25 years. The boyfriend was there, but the boyfriend can't live there because if he lives there, so he's got to have another resident. So I kind of took in all that shit, but it never dawned on me that alone, handing people a welfare check, which in Onondaga County you get a 1st and 16th, you get a welfare check for doing anything there.
Right.
Section 8 housing, and you get your heat voucher. You get the 3 main necessity plus food stamps. So you got everything you need to survive. Okay?
Without a man.
Without a man. And no, so I don't think for one second that people said, well, we got to just take care of black, because I never went to a housing project and delivered a TV to a black man sitting in a housing project. Ever. In all the deliveries I did and all the fucking people we rented to. I never went in a house that was a black man's house that was vouchered or had anything. It was black women. But why do you? What's the result of that? Well, you go, well, we're taking care of black women because black men won't take care of the kids.
Not
Some
true.
fucking bullshit excuse. I'm telling you what the white excuse is, because we won't do that. But then you look at the end result of it. What did it do? Black families went from equal, being equally together as white folks in the 50s and 60s
Actually,
to now
there were more of us. We were 75%.
more. Yeah, it was a little bit more. We looked it up.
Yeah.
They were a more stable family till you destabilized the family. And as you destabilized the family, then you separated the black man. You jail him. He's 6% of the population because 13% of the blacks in the United States. It's almost 50-50, a little bit more women than men. Black men now live to 72. Black women live to 78. So there's a little gap in there. But they're 6% of the population, and they're 30% of the population in jail. Why is that? They take drugs at exactly the same rate as white people, and most of the offenses they're in there for are drug-related. Okay, why? Because their sentences are longer, their probation is longer, their fines are bigger, everything's different. So you have systematically, and you talk to average white people, and they go, and explain that to them. I had it explained to me by Nate, and I sat there after when I said to my wife, I go, well, I fucking never had an idea what was going on in this world.
And I made the statement I make to you all the time, David. Who is the biggest minority in this country? Black men.
Right.
Black men are the biggest minority in this country. But you'll never hear that.
Yeah. But
and we're the most unprotected.
But don't it
by a mile.
It still all falls on the black man because you got to figure out the game and don't volunteer and put yourself in that predicament. Now, granted, they can set you up. There's plenty of cases where people are set up. But for those that put themselves in that predicament and you know what the game is, when we were raised, we were taught learn the game and learn how to beat them at it. That's what we've been taught all our lives.
But I'm going to give you one that you're going to love, that you're going to love this up. And I say this all the time. While black men have been being hunted since forever, and really hard since the 70s, they were allowing black women to go to college. They were putting them through college.
Right.
Black men, if I'm always in a survival mode, I can't better myself.
Right.
You're gonna always have somebody like yourself or myself that slip through the cracks, always. And I wasn't supposed to make it. So when people tell me about I was not supposed to make it. You looking at a dead man. You looking at somebody left for dead, and now a lot of them mad I didn't die.
Why they mad?
They mad because I was supposed to be dead. It's a lot of folk that dude, I can't make this up. I ain't that good. A lot of folk mad at me, David, because they left me for dead and I did not die.
Right.
I kept kicking. I kept squirming till I made it back to the fucking water.
So how you feel about them people that mad because you wasn't dead?
Dude, you know what? I got some family members right now that have said some hard stuff about me. Not horrid, not horrible, horrid stuff about me. And when they said it, it got back to me and it broke my heart at first.
Right.
But what I realized what it did was, man, it took the pressure off of me. I ain't got to fuck with you no more.
That ain't
And because I know how you feel.
right.
And I want you to keep your feeling. I don't want you to stop feeling that way because you feel that way. I'm happy you feel that way. And I'm able to move forward and progress and do what I need to do and not worry about that dead weight, that back you off my back.
Right.
It's
It's a lonely world as a black man. As a heterosexual black man, it's a lonely world, and I don't think nobody will understand that.
No. And you know why? You know why? Because even if you're a better parent than the mother of your kids, you'll never get those kids without a fist fight.
Okay, I found this stat. This is your stat of the week, Nate. This was fucking shocking, man. So I'm going to try to blow it up here. This is life expectancy, and there's a chart here. I never saw this in all the research we did before.
We
But
die to get away. You know that, right?
this
We die to get away.
this fucking these stats are unbelievable.
We
Nate.
gotta
Nate,
fucking
this,
get away.
This is going to be shocking for you.
You ever
okay,
see a
you can't
motherfucker
see
smiling
this.
in the casket? I've seen some old dudes in the casket like this here.
That's a good ass bit. That's-
Okay, so in 1900, black or African American female, the average life expectancy was 33 and a half years. 32 and a half for you. Think about that. 33. You were done at 33. You'd have been dead now for how old are you? 40 something? You've been fucking dead. You're fucking we'd be wiping off the fucking dirt off your fucking grave already.
I'll be free. My spirit will be free.
You would be free. And it's gone up, but look who it's gone
That's
up
when
for.
Jesus died, though. You know that's around Jesus' age, right?
Black
Nipsey
men and-
Hussle died around that age.
Black men and black
Martin
women.
Luther King died around that age. Malcolm
39.
X died
He was
around that
39.
age. A lot of people died around that age. Bob Marley died at what age? And look how much he accomplished before he died.
30 something.
Yeah, he
I was
could.
like-
How much would he have accomplished if you left him alone?
This world would have been a totally different place.
Well, look
'Cause
how far
music-
black women came from 33.5 years to 78.5.
Yeah,
Right.
and black women, y'all gonna have to give us some more pussy.
Y'all live
Y'all-
longer.
Well, yeah, y'all had a whole lot of benefits that we didn't have, and we need your. We need that pussy.
I'm good. I'm gonna go ahead and just sit on my sofa and watch TV in peace. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm good, bro.
33 years old, man.
Bro,
I like y'all educated ass. I'm okay to let y'all get educated.
I ain't mad with educated. But you know what? We finna find out what kind of bullshit popping out with this coronavirus. Though we all them books you done
You
read.
that degree ain't gonna help.
Oh fuck no.
Uh-oh.
Oh fuck no. Let me know. Let me tell you something. You know.
Oh, they said not to rub it in people's faces when.
Go ahead.
No, they said don't mess with the people that got degrees and getting laid off and all that stuff. They said don't.
Fuck them.
Oh, okay.
Fuck them. You motherfucker. You would all call that fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. And I said it. You got all them degrees and you sitting home now, and you ain't get. I got. Do you know what they paid me? And I have no degree. They paid me. They paid me with no degree. They paid me. They're gonna pay me. They're going to pay me while I'm off from work. I didn't get no degree. And guess what? I'm special. Because even with a degree, you couldn't do what I do.
Right.
See, and that's the problem. We took that degree instead of sending our kids to get a trade. We sent kids to get a degree.
Right.
And you got a lot of motherfuckers with degrees that can't get a job.
Right. I think there's nothing wrong with a degree as long as you're using it to edify and build up yourself. You may have to work for somebody for a while, and that's okay as long as you're learning a system and you're planning something
To get
better
your own.
and you're using it to betterfy yourself. Don't get me wrong now. If the man or whoever you want to call him is paying you enough to where you can live a comfortable lifestyle and you don't have to be a burden to somebody else, do it. But there's a lot of people that come to me and they're like, you know, I got my own business and this and that. And they will rub it in your face and make you feel less of a man because you don't have your own business. But
everybody gonna be a business owner.
Right.
Everybody not going to home.
To me, it was wrong for them to do that because if you motivate somebody else to start their own business, then you have now created more competition for yourself. If I was totally in business for myself, I wouldn't say shit to you because I'm not going to try to motivate you to be my competitor.
I don't get, my thing. I don't. I love people with degrees. I got a daughter that's got 3 degrees, and I love jigging her. I got 3 degrees. I said, well, I ain't got none. I fed you for years. And guess what? I will rub it in your face. You got all them degrees, but if we walk into a building right now, who they know, me or you?
Well, you got to know how to use your degree, how to leverage your degree.
But
I tell my daughter, I said, you know why you got this law degree? So you can pay somebody to wipe my ass instead of doing it yourself. And she said, amen, I will pay somebody because I'm never wiping your ass, Dad. I go, good. Because I wiped your ass
But
too
check
many
it out,
times.
and I'm going to say this here. Watch this. His son ain't got no degree. How much that fucker make a year?
98,500 last year.
No fucking degree.
He's 24. That was the best thing I ever did was not send him to college because he would have been fucking drunk and fucking kicked out and had 2 years in and spent fucking 40, 50 grand.
That motherfucker,
and I had no
he
degree.
does-
$5 grand on that air conditioning school.
HVAC.
And he's,
HVAC.
and he's still now he's the top dog there, so he ain't never losing his job.
No.
And they just keep paying him more money.
And he can start his own company. He can work for himself.
He is. He's
When you learn how to work with your hands,
he's
that's
already-
the tool that nobody can take
he's
from you.
studying for the general contractor's license. Then he totally writes his own
JJ, my dude with his goof ass. He been my dude now since he was
He's
12.
a smart fucking guy, though, man. He comes over and talks to me, and I go, and he's got an attitude. Like, he's got no patience for my bullshit.
Some AC help.
It's
Can he
great.
cut me some prices?
If you met his
He's down
son,
in Orlando.
if you took a look at his son, if you looked at him and his son, you could tell his son's going to look just like him when he's older. He's
Except he's 6'3", 260.
Yeah,
He's
he-
not fucking 5'10", buck and change.
But JJ been around me now since, what, 2000?
I don't know, since he saw your dick, which he can tell
Wait a
Simply
minute.
Steph. He can tell Simply Steph how big his fucking
stop
dick is.
it.
Oh.
This fucker was standing in the middle of the fucking Broward County
Simply Steph
hallway,
won't call in.
and the fucker.
Oh, God. Hey, dude, you know you have to, if you don't make weight, you got to pull them pants off.
But he's
Oh,
standing.
she said she called twice.
Yeah, tell her to call again.
They
Is she
killing me,
352
man.
number? Is she 352?
Yeah.
I'm gonna call her. I'm gonna call her right now. Tell her to pick
They
up.
killing me, man. I mean, JJ, and I didn't know JJ was there. And, I was so hurt.
Hey, man, go ahead, Nate, but I ain't really excited about hearing
I ain't
about
excited
your
about
dick.
it. No. But if you no, this is not about
No,
Papa.
I know it's JJ.
I got a woman that can vouch for my dick size.
I don't want to vouch about that.
He
I
dropped
don't-
that shit, and all I heard JJ was go. JJ go.
You
"Ho."
know-
JJ's
you know-
holding the camera. JJ goes, ho, ho, ho. I hear JJ go, ho, ho. I go,
When
what?
you when
I
you
look at
when
Nate,
you when you
man.
don't make weight, you
Put that
got
shit back in,
when you
man.
don't make weight, when you don't make weight, you got to drop trial, man. And the room was full, and I never forget my wife. Was my wife there?
I don't know, but we were there.
I'm like, hey,
can tell you that much.
hey. But I've had to drop trial on multiple occasions.
All right.
I'm not
We got her on
bashful
the
about
line
that.
right now. We got her on.
Steph, why you didn't call in? Why you didn't text David and tell him to answer the phone?
Hello, I can't hear you.
God damn. Well, we can hear your ass.
Can you hear me now? Hold on. Can you hear me
Don't
now?
start. Don't start. Do not start.
Oh.
I called y'all twice, so don't even try. Am I on the air?
Yes, ma'am, you are.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm gonna be good.
No,
Good
no,
evening,
be
fellas.
good,
How y'all
good,
doing?
Good. Be as bad as you plan to
We're
be.
just talking about Nate's dick.
Oh, stop it. Stop it.
John saying he can vouch for Nate's dick.
I don't want him vouching
Because the
for
fucker
me.
stood in the Broward County auditorium with 5,000 people around at a weigh-in and
I
dropped his trowel.
had to make weight. I couldn't worry about that.
He was butt ass
And we
naked.
were like, whoa.
I had to make weight, man.
Get that
I-
shit out of
they
here.
was-
I can top Nate.
$50,000 they would have fined me for that.
I can top Nate because I fucked in Okinawa, Japan, in Naha on stage with a room full of people.
What the hell?
You
I
did
don't
one
Yeah,
of
that-
those,
that's
you did
what
one
you
of
do.
those things?
Yeah.
Where you screw the girl in the middle of the
Yeah,
stage?
You roll the dice.
I heard
and
about it,
whoever
yeah.
wins gets to go fuck. Yeah, I
And you
did.
do it in front of everybody.
Yeah.
You sick
He
motherfucker.
is sick as hell. Steph, let's talk about your comedy stuff
I'm
because
from the
these bastards are perverts.
I can tell. I
These
can tell.
bastards are
I feel the climp just listening to y'all.
You feel the clip. What you say?
See, and I forgot most of y'all went to Rebo or some other low performing school, so y'all wouldn't know anything I just said.
You went. Wait a minute. You went to
And you
Range,
definitely
right?
can't spell most of the shit I just said.
You went to what school?
I went to Rain, William Marion Rain,
nigga, please,
363 Rains Avenue, Jacksonville,
Nigga,
Florida,
please.
32209.
Hey,
You Negro,
I
all
went to
y'all was
Range,
good
too.
for. Hey, all y'all was good for was track. Hell out of here. I know about Rain. ranking
Whatever we were good for, it still was better than y'all.
Actually, I went to Paxson.
he said track and dick sucking.
You went to Paxton. Oh,
went to
you
Paxton.
went to Paxton with a 1.8 GPA.
That's
Oh
the-
yeah,
that-
no.
that-
I
David.
went to Reigns with a 1.8
Yeah,
GPA.
Dave went to Reigns.
But that had
They
nothing.
put you out of range. There's no way
No,
possible you was at range
no,
with a
ma'am,
one.
no,
But you
ma'am.
know what? But you know
I'm-
what? I forgot. You're extremely old. So you was part of like the original first few classes. So that's probably why they wasn't even taking
well, ma'am,
GPA
if you,
then.
if
So that's
you,
fine.
One second, ma'am.
It
if you-
doesn't count.
You know, you're a woman, you don't know how to listen. Listen for 1 second.
Damn.
If
David.
you said I was
See, that's
older,
what we not gonna do.
one second. Dr. Robinson was in charge of the older class, and if you did the history, Emmanuel Washington did a video on that, which they didn't teach me while I was in school. But Reigns had they had the highest GPAs. They were outperforming all schools, and they had black teachers. So they purposely took the good teachers out and brought in low performing teachers and brought down the grades of Reigns. We used to have a pride with Dr. Robinson before my time.
Yeah,
See,
Reigns.
we don't learn that
Okay,
history.
okay, so I would suggest that you put that in the World Almanac for Reigns and get on with the damn conversation. Now, why I'm on the call?
We got a DVD, damn it. You asked the question. Just because you had to be corrected, you can't take no correction. See, you don't deal with facts. You deal with emotions.
No. I deal with correction.
Okay,
fine.
then. So
I
what
deal
the
with
hell?
correction fine.
David, y'all can have this.
Hey.
y'all.
But can we get on with
Steph, this is Nate. Anyway, so what do we when's your next? When do you plan on having your next show, lady? Steph is a comedian. When do you plan on having your next show? Doing something else?
Well,
comedic?
I've participated in the comedy at Teaposh 2 back-to-back second Saturdays in the month, so that was wonderful. I'm working on my one-woman show on my actual birthday, May 16th. So it's going to be a full night of girl power, from a female DJ to some spoken word, neo soul singer, and then myself doing some comedy and talking about some of everything.
Okay, all right. Okay.
So, yeah.
Wait a minute. Go ahead, David.
I just wanted to say, fellow Taurus, my birthday is May 8th. So now that I understand you.
Oh, okay. See, now
that-
we automatically friends. See, we just
We-
became friends all over again.
Well, not
We
to-
best friends because I didn't know you were Team Taurus.
Well,
I didn't know you were Taurus Nation.
Well, I don't.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know.
We best friends.
I don't know if we friends because I don't do friends, but I know your energy and
Well,
you
what
know
the hell?
and you know my energy. I tell everybody I don't do friends, so don't take it personal.
My
We-
daughter.
we
My
grown
well.
ass
Okay.
people.
Check it
Neither
out.
does Andrew Gillum.
Shut up. Nigga. My daughter's. I have a daughter. My daughter and my sister's birthday.
Rentmen.com.
My daughter and my older sister's birthday is the 20th. Boy, that's stiff neck. Boy, I tell them all the time. I said, ooh,
we
y'all
tough.
boy,
We
boy.
stubborn. We are
Stubborn, boy. Oh.
Now I understand.
No. I don't know what y'all talking about. I'm not stubborn.
Oh, your ass stubborn.
I'm just right all the damn time.
Oh.
I'm not stubborn.
Okay. All right. So there you have it. But we were having some conversations. Were you listening to the show? Were you listening to the show at all?
No, I wasn't listening to the show. I was trying to call into the show.
Oh, okay.
I
So
tried to call y'all twice.
David
But
was,
I noticed y'all had to set up on a SafeLink phone so it wouldn't go through.
you say you set up on the safe your phone.
When you try to do all that stuff on them Obama phones, y'all know they stopped giving y'all the minute when that man left
She
office.
said you
So
got
y'all
an Obama
still trying
phone,
to get
John.
some kind of
Okay.
Corona special
White
with your
privilege.
extra minutes, and it hasn't been approved yet. Y'all
Free.
trying to get similar
It
phones,
was free.
and,
It was
and that's
free?
why I
Yeah.
couldn't get through.
Yeah.
Free
Okay.
Skype.
Free Skype. Okay. Anyway, as we were talking earlier. We were talking earlier about Andrew Gillum and this what
Oh no!
hey, oh no my ass. He got the, we got to
Oh,
talk about
no.
it. Hey. I told him, I said when he was running
no!
when he was running for office,
Oh,
I
no.
refused to vote for him. And a lot of folk got mad. I said, no, I'm not voting for him. And I wouldn't vote for DeSantis either. So
Okay.
here's my issue. How did you feel? How, do you feel like somebody posted that he was set up? How do you feel about that? Do you think he was set up?
I don't think he was set up. I think he was a grown man engaging into grown activities, whether legal or illegal. He was engaging into his own grown business. Now, do I approve of it? That's not my, and I don't even think y'all asked me that. And please don't ask me that. Do I feel a certain kind of way about him being exposed? Yes, because that's a black man, and all the way up until this portion, I did have respect for him, and I do still have respect for him, but of course it's been tarnished. And with the images that are circulating, you know, it could be fake news, it could be 100% him in the images and everything that they're, you know, all of the allegations with the male escort, all of that stuff could very well be true. It does not take away from the impact that he had when he ran for governor and what it did for us as a community, how it brought us together, especially in this political arena. So I mean, it's unfortunate. I think he was set up. Possibly. I'm not sure on that one. But yeah, it's definitely sad. I will say that, because that is someone's father, that's someone's husband, and again, that's the Black king. So
Maybe.
I'm never okay with when they are exposed, even if they dead wrong. I'm just never, because they can't do what other races do and get a slap on the wrist. I mean, they when we do the slightest thing, it's taken to the 15th degree. And so, you know, it's horrible that it's happening, and especially in light of everything that's going on now with the whole political arena. You know, it's just not a good look for us as a community. But that's still our brother, you know, just like, unfortunately, R. Kelly is still our brother.
Whatever.
I mean, that don't mean I'm going to go put no money on his book, but still.
Boy, I knew you was going to say something nasty, David.
And what about the shit on his dick and then him having sex with his wife after having shit on his dick? You can't go from one hole to the next hole. I know the science behind it.
Wait. Stop right there. Listen.
David is ugly.
We do not know the full. We don't know what that man did. We know that man.
They said
what he admitted to. That's the part, and that may not all be true. And if that man, listen, now the truth be told, they may be in an open marriage. She may know that he went out or stepped out and do those type of things. Now don't get it twisted. It's a lot of people that do a lot of different things that they're okay with for their household.
Steph, listen to me.
You never know. That could have been okay for her to come back with him with a shitty dick. If that's what happened.
Steph. Anyway, I turned pro in Tallahassee. I lived in Tallahassee a long time, so I got a lot of connections in Tallahassee. I lived down there for a long time, and I kept my mouth shut about him. I just said he support LBGT. I can't do it. I won't do it. I'm not doing it.
Wait. He support who? I don't think you said them letters right.
The lesbian,
LGBT,
all
NRA,
no, okay, wait.
They got guns and dicks.
LGBTQ.
Yeah.
NRA too. They got guns and dicks.
And I'm shut up, David.
All the letters. They have no vowels. They got all the consonants, so they have no action. They're just a person, place, or thing.
I'm definitely not gonna get into that conversation with you.
I don't. Listen,
the correct acronym.
I know
LGBTQ.
I know what it is, and that's just me throwing a little dirt out there.
They need some vowels.
But yeah, anyway, I'm not against them. I just don't support them. I'm like, do your thing. I want you to be happy. I think everybody has a right to live their life the way they want to live it.
Right.
But my thing is this here. This could have been easily, dealt with by just saying this what I do.
Right.
They wouldn't have not voted for it.
Right.
They wouldn't have not voted for it. You ain't got to do the bullshit no more. You ain't got to do it no more.
What does that have to do with him what does that have to do with him fulfilling the duty of a governor? Him exposing, hey, I'm into men, hey, I'm into women, hey,
I'm saying he didn't have
there's too much shit.
What does one thing have to do with the other?
No, Steph, my thing
that's that man's separate personal business.
Okay, then why? Okay, that's okay. I love that. I love that you said that. You said that's his own personal business. Okay, I totally agree with that. Then why even make sex be a part of your campaign? Why even bring that to be a part of the campaign? If we just gonna do the campaign and campaign on what we campaign for, why even have that conversation? Why even bring that into play?
I never looked at it that way.
Because you're representing all of the people.
You you ain't gotta call no names. If you represent all people, start representing all people.
Yeah. ALLPEOPLE.
Yeah.
See, there you go again.
I spelled that right.
You got one. Well, at least he ain't like Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather spelled GOAT, GAOT.
But damn it, he got money. God damn it, fuck that English language. It's cursed
Okay,
anyway.
but listen. We're not criticizing the people that went to Reebok. Floyd Mayweather, I think he did a few summers at Reebok. We're not criticizing the people that went to Reebok.
Why you gonna do that to Reebok?
We're not gonna do that.
My daughter teaches Reebok. I'm not gonna stand for that.
Why you gonna do that to Reebok?
My daughter teaches Reebok now.
Don't get the Reebok people on us. I don't know. They gangsters. For
No.
real.
Now it's always been a healthy rivalry
Oh,
between
yeah.
Reigns and
Oh, yeah.
Reebok.
That's
Oh,
a-
they
So,
killed
yeah.
they killed
It's
this
all
one lady.
love.
son.
It's
They
all
killed-
love, but to hell with
Them
Reebok.
niggas-
Okay,
God,
what were you
whatever.
saying?
But like I say, we keep talking about we keep talking about why even I would like you say why say something about it.
Right.
Okay, I'm all for not saying nothing about it. I'm all for not. He played identity politics like every other politician did. It just came back to, boy, don't you take this the wrong way, David, because I know you're finna go somewhere. It bit him in the ass, and I knew that when it happened, when I looked online, I said I'm gonna talk about this on the show because this didn't have to happen. Yeah, he grown. Do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Do what you
Well-
want to do. Now people saying we feel betrayed. I'm like, I didn't feel betrayed. I never felt betrayed. I
Yeah.
feel like this man did what he wanted to do, and I live his life for what
Right.
he's living it for, how he wants to live it. Do what you do.
Well, he was sneaking around buying a prostitute.
I ain't got nothing to do with that. Look. I go to strip club.
See, the thing. I'm with you too. I'm with you on that one, and only because I think that may lend itself to the setup part. Because honestly, if you're engaging in any type of activities, this probably wasn't your first time doing it.
No,
This
Exactly.
probably,
the guy said they know each
a
other.
horrible fluke accident
Right.
or whatever the case may have been, and for it to be, the
Right.
way that seemed like to me, I think the biggest issue aside from all of it is how we just assassinate each other as black folks.
Well, I think
Not to say I think we give way more credence to tearing each other down than the man does.
well,
And it's like we'll go to the 10th degree.
Oh,
Right.
And
stop,
I don't
man.
get
well,
that.
it may be necessary in the Gillum case because he didn't keep the money in the community. He could have got some black dick. He took the money outside the community. I mean, we got to look at this thing. You felt like black
I'm
dick
not.
wasn't good enough for you. Most people say black dick is bigger and longer anyway. He would have got more for his money. The man
not.
didn't shit it
I'm
all
not.
over the bed.
I got new initials for you.
I'm not.
BSWJGE. You know what that is?
What?
Bed shitting with
I'm
gay
not.
escort group.
These,
I'm not.
okay.
Well, you're not
Some
group,
stuff
no
I'm
group
just not
economic.
gonna touch. Some
No,
stuff-
Don't-
look,
don't touch it.
Some stuff that you're gonna say, some stuff you're saying, I've already started thinking about what I'm wearing to church tomorrow. Because I'm not even gonna let my mind go there. With what
Amen.
You just said. I'm not gonna do that.
But
the
really,
Lord saying,
but
thou
really,
shalt not shit.
That's you're not gonna do. You're not gonna do that.
Thou
Hey.
shalt not
gonna do
shit.
listen.
You get the coronavirus from shitting in the bed?
Hey,
Is that,
Steph,
how do you disinfect for that?
I need Dave to just give your life over. I don't even know to who at this point.
Gillum,
Give your
well,
life
Gillum
over.
gave his ass over. I don't want to give him nothing over.
You know what?
Gillum and Gilliard, them G's, and something about them. I know Dave Chappelle said the G's, but right now the G's showing out around this motherfucker.
We cannot criticize that man for being in his truth, in his private truth. He just got exposed. It could have been a setup from the very beginning.
look here.
And,
Only thing
you
I
know,
think
it's
that was
going
set up
to-
was
it's all of it. I think is a distraction to keep us
What
from
would
the
Jesus do?
polls and focusing on what Donald Trump is doing.
Jesus ain't
man.
gonna
So anything
fuck
that's
nobody in
come
the
up,
ass.
I think all of it is a distraction.
Well, here's my thing. We keep talking about this thing. Listen,
Set up.
up until what? How long? Up until last month.
He set up
Shit,
in his
there was
ass.
the lowest unemployment in Florida.
2.8.
The lowest unemployment in Florida
ever recorded.
So I mean, Trump, and for as much fucking up he's been doing, people been working. Mm-hmm. And I mean, at this point, I'm all for people working. Now, hey, who?
Male
We
Esther.
better keep a job because messing with him, we going back across the way. So you better keep a damn job. Yeah.
You do know that there was more unemployment under Obama.
Yes, I do realize that.
But we love him. We love him, and I'm not one to love him. I piss a lot of folk off because I call it what it is. I made this statement. I pissed off a lot of people when I said this. I made more money with Donald Trump than I ever made with Obama. I made millions with Donald Trump,
Uh-oh.
and I made that statement and don't care who know it.
Right.
And the problem is until we are able to criticize each other, we gonna never be able to have no conversation about fixing nothing.
Right. Well, we got to get rid of all these programs, and we got to find a way to reduce them taking 30% of my check.
Pay 33 a third on mine.
And I'm going to work. I don't want to pay for these programs.
But you know what? That is the left. I'm not right or left. The right full of shit too.
Yeah.
The right way full of shit. And the left full of shit. My problem is
I don't think you should be using the
Oh,
word
shut
shit
up.
during these
Shut
times.
up. Shut up. Shut up. And
I'm not. I'm not.
I can't. I can't. I can't. But I want to say this. I do want to say this. My argument will always be this: if we keep talking about living our truth, why not just live our truth and not hide it? In this day and age, you can do that.
You cannot.
Shit,
no, you
me.
cannot. No, the
Bu-
reason
Bu-
you can't
Buttigieg, wait a
live your
minute.
truth,
Buttigieg.
you cannot live your truth, because if that man could live his truth, if he could really live his truth, then
He be
there's
sucking
nothing
dick
to
on
be
Facebook.
exposed of. That's nothing to be exposed of. You cannot live your truth, especially now. Come on now, let's be real. A black man coming out to say, yeah, I'm gay or I like men and women, that's not going to go over well in a whole lot of circles. It's just not. Yeah,
But
you
wait a
have the
minute.
LGBTQ community that's going to
James
stand up for
Baldwin.
it. But
James
no.
Baldwin did it for
Just
years.
like I don't believe we're going to ever have a gay president. I mean, it's just certain things that, yeah, it might sound okay
You already
in
had
a
gay
social
presidents.
setting,
You just didn't
but
know it.
when you in that booth, you're not going to vote for no gay president. You just not.
Wait a minute.
That's
Wait.
just the reality of what we
Here's
live.
my argument.
You got to look at the policy.
Here's my argument. My argument gonna always be
The
this.
electoral college.
People not going to look at no policy. They going to judge you.
The electoral college elects the president.
Yeah, we don't.
We got to
collect-
know that first.
Yeah, we
off.
don't. We don't collect. We don't. Dude, ain't nobody. We ain't vote. You. The whole reason you go and you stand in that booth is to make you feel good, make you feel like you got a choice.
Right.
I mean, come on. Look. I can truly say this. If I made my mind up a long time ago. Certain people I'm not gonna vote for because their belief system is totally against my belief system. Now, that don't mean I hate them. We just don't believe the same. Me and David argue all the time. Our belief system is not so different that we can't talk. But there's some stuff that David said we just gonna agree to disagree. We just said that in the car. We're gonna agree to disagree. Me and John, we have agreed to disagree on many occasions. But the problem is this here. You can't get mad with people for not agreeing with a group of people that you agree with.
Right.
And that's my issue with
Right,
that. That's my issue. And I'm gonna say this. I love y'all, but y'all gotta come to this understanding. Black women have empowered the LGBTQ to a place that ain't no going back from. I made a statement some years ago. I said y'all gonna keep on supporting this LGBT, and I said it on my show. This show, y'all can keep on doing it till they're gonna start coming for your rights, coming for how you stand. And now they've done just that. By simply saying women are not the only ones that can have periods, by taking the moniker of the women, the model of the women off the tampon packs, by making it, by saying that a trans woman is no different than a real woman.
Right.
By saying if a man don't want to date a trans woman, he's a homophobe. I simply say,
Lord have
well,
mercy.
I don't give a damn. I'm gonna tell you right now.
How the fuck do they do that?
They do it because they've been empowered. When you've been empowered by a segment of the community, they then feel like they have the right to step in and do what they want to do. And now, let's get this understood. Young girls had to go back and fight in court so that females could compete against actual females.
Right, because you'll get your ass beat if you.
Well, it happens already.
Yeah,
So
MMA.
the guy that
Broke the girl's skull.
no, the one that in the track meet that
Yeah,
won
but
the track championship.
Yeah.
But you got to
That's not
realize.
fair.
So Stephanie, here's my point, and I say this to anybody. I got all girls, 30 years old, 28 years old, 22. I love my daughters. I got all granddaughters. I got a step grandson, meaning he was there by marriage, but I got all granddaughters. I don't have a boy in my family. I protect women with everything in me. Mine, I'm protect mine because I ain't got to argue with them. I tell them, look, you ain't gonna do that. That ain't gonna happen. I'm still your daddy. I don't care how grown you get. When it's all over said and done, if it's for your safety, I'm gonna make sure you do what's right for your safety. And I don't care who don't like that.
Okay.
And so when I make the statement, I have a daughter that plays basketball. Playing basketball, pickup game against guys, I'm just fine with that. But if you step up to the next level, there's a physical thing that happens in that body called testosterone. That
Right.
physical thing on that level will do things to you. I was having it out with Carissa Shields. Remember that? Y'all remember I was having it out with her?
Yeah.
She said, I'll knock a man out. I said, you may knock them motherfuckers you box out. I said, but don't you get it twisted. Don't you get it twisted. There's some boys out here that'll take you to the woodshed.
Right.
She said, well, I do this, that, and the other to you. And my simple, I kept it clean. I said, I will knock your head off. I will knock your head off. And I meant that, just like I said it, because I believe in equal rights and lefts. If you come to get in the ring with me and you throw a punch at me, that means that I get to throw a punch back at you. And our bodies, on average, are 15% stronger than the average woman. That means the people that don't work out. So you imagine
Right,
what it's
right.
like when a man, especially a black man, when a black man, oh, I know you finna show this. When a black man steps in the ring with a black woman, our bodies, if for as strong as black women are, there's something black men that we just are what we are. So we got to come to the realization there's a difference between us, and unless we are able to speak that to that difference, we're gonna always keep having these problems. Do you agree or not?
I agree. I definitely agree. So what was your question in regards to, or did you have a question? Were you going to reference, are you asking, or are you making that statement to say that if your daughter is on a team with someone that's transgender, you're going to have an issue with that and it's just not going to be fair? Or what are you building up to say?
It's not going to be fair. It's not going to be fair. It's not fair. She's going to always be at a disadvantage playing a transgender period.
Right. You have to be intelligent and
I
logical.
agree. I definitely agree, and that's like a hot button issue. And it's like you say something that, and that's the part that bothers me about all of it, because I work with a lot of people, youth, adults, grown people, old people that are within the LGBT community, and I find myself, because they will say that I'm openly, gay or whatever, and I tell them I'm openly straight, and they look at me like I'm crazy, and they're like, but you don't have to. No. Just like you're proud of who you are, what you represent, I'm going to have straight pride. So They look at me like I'm crazy when I do that, but I want them to give me the same level of respect as being heterosexual as they want from me as them being homosexual. So I don't take anything away from that. And when we have discussions, transgender is a really, really hot button issue now, and I it's because of the Kylie Jenners,
right?
And all the Magic Johnson's, and then with Dwayne Wade,
right.
now daughter. So all these things are hot button issues, and transgender is like up there, like the top, and it's to a point now where you don't know what to say. You have to ask them, how do you want me to say her or him or all that?
I don't ask that question.
And I think to me, that's not fair to me, because if I see you and you appear to be a man, I'm going to say that you're a man. I'm not being disrespectful. I'm just going by what I normally see, and I classify as a man.
Right.
Sometimes transgenders may not even dress like a woman, but feel like a woman on the inside. So you may have on a full sweatsuit playing basketball, but your birth name may be Charles, but right now your name is Chantilly. How the hell am I supposed to know?
Hold on. Did you say Chantilly?
But don't take my not knowing as if I say, thank you, sir, or how you doing, sir. Don't automatically be like, oh, you disrespecting. And see, that's the issue that I have with all of it. Just assuming that everybody is walking with you and they know what the hell you got going on.
But here's my question. Why should I be forced to live in that delusion?
Listen.
I'm just asking.
Only. Let me tell you why. Only, and you may not accept this. This has to do with the business aspect of it, not personal. Because of the work that I do, I'm forced to be in that quote unquote, like you just called it, the delusion. Outside of that, my personal beliefs, what I believe personally, to hell with that. I can't cross the two, because they grossly contradict one another. Because what I believe personally, I can't put that to the work that I do, because I'm not going to be able to be successful and work with these youth and these young adults and help them get to the next level. And so I have to be in that moment with them because of the work that I do.
I'm glad I work for myself.
Right. And I'm not in opposition. I'm none of those things. What? I'm making sure that you're healthy and that you're making the best decisions for your life as it pertains to your health and overall wellness. So what you do, how you do it, what you want to be called, that has nothing to do with my position.
Okay.
And when they say, well, will you refer to me as such and such, out of respect, because this is my job, I'm going to call you Susan if you're sitting there looking like Sam. That's my job.
Right.
Now, outside of that, no. But I'm still not going to disrespect you.
Right.
But I'm not going to be in that delusion. But for me, the only time I'm, like you reference it as delusion, the only time that I have to be in that moment is because of my job. If it's work related and that's my livelihood, and my title does not negate who I work with, I have to work with everybody, then that's why I do what I do, the way that I do. That's it. Outside of that, That's it.
Well, I want to thank y'all too for having this conversation because y'all are giving me some perspectives on this situation that I've never entertained in my brain. Even though I have went to the observer mode, I don't get emotionally attached to anything. And I know we have to be logical. Like when the rubber meets the road, it's the same as when the nuts meet the panty liner. They're going to have to make something strong enough to absorb that odor. It can't be made out of regular material. You know, they're going to have to use recycled
You know
tire
what? That's why you slow.
or something.
You slow. I realize that now. You slow. You were in those classes. I think you still in those classes as an adult.
Them
I
nigga
think you
nuts
go
going to
back.
be hurting in them
I think
panties.
you go back
When them
for
nuts drop to
remedial
either side of them
classes.
panties.
It's something wrong.
Steph, that was Steph, that nigga ignorant.
He
1.8.
in the classes.
I have
He's
a job.
constant-
They're just like I had to
he's
tell Nate.
constantly slow.
That was my purpose in life. When the reason why I had a 1.8 in school is I was climbing under the table looking up girls' skirts. I was trying to sniff their vagina while I was in school.
You know what?
I've
Man,
always
damn
had
you.
that.
I'm not
That's
doing-
a problem that's a fetish that I have. I won't say it's a problem. And it's a lot of women that wouldn't let me fuck in school, but now today they look at me differently. Why? Because I'm a 47-year-old man with all my teeth in my mouth. Now they want to fuck me, but I don't even want their ass no more. You ain't even worthy to fuck with me now. You didn't want me when I was dumb, and now I'm on YouTube and I know a lot of shit and I don't even want to fuck with y'all.
See,
Amen.
she started singing
Oh,
a hymn. She started singing a hymn.
I'm doing my job. Just like Nate, I told Nate on the ride over here, my job is to go into dark places and bring light.
But Steph, real
This
talk.
is my soul.
Sing it for Gillum. Sing for Gillum while he molested the children. Amen. He will. Lucifer is on the throne. Let Gilliard come back into and sacrifice your children 1 year unto another.
Rentmed.com.
Hey,
Gilliard, holla at me, Gilliard.
they is ignorant. Okay, but Steph, but real talk. So
Yes.
Deliver your children to thee.
and because I do work for myself, because I do work for myself, I have I've been confronted
going
with
in.
that. I've been confronted with a lady that brought her son to the gym and told me she wanted me to call him her. I said no, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
I said no, ma'am. I said I don't do that. You can't make me do it. I said you can't ask me to do it. I said for you. I said as a matter of fact, I didn't want to train him.
Damn.
And she was flabbergasted. I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't give a damn how much money you have. There's certain things that I have you know what?
You got a pretty solid stance, bro.
Yeah, but no, I don't hate him about you. I would have trained him just fine if I could have spoke to him like I spoke to him.
You thought he would have been swinging wide?
How old a kid was he?
The kid was like 13. And I'm like, I don't have a problem with that. But what you're not gonna do is I'm not finna step into that delusion. That is a boy.
But you wouldn't exploit him
No, I
to
would
be the next gay world champion
first of
that
all,
you can make a lot of money
Steph,
off of.
Steph, I got a question for you. Do you know there are many men that were gay and were boxing champions?
No, I didn't know.
Say it again.
There were many men that were gay and were boxing champions.
Emil Griffith
Emil
was
Griffith, and he once killed a man for.
I mean, it's probably more than that. Those are the ones that probably were out and came out. For every sport, there's somebody gay in.
Right,
Y'all realize that,
We do
right?
realize
This
that.
thing came out.
We do that, but let's get
Okay.
this established. Emil Griffin is probably one of the best fighters.
one of the great fighters.
Greatest fighters of all time. He killed a man named Benny Kid Paret
because he called him
because
a
he
fag
called him a faggot.
Damn.
at the weigh-in.
But he didn't mean to kill him. He just was trying to put that thing on his ass.
He couldn't
put
quit.
that whooping on his ass. He couldn't, and he's the reason that they took the light off the ring rope
Yeah,
up top.
yeah.
But look, then you got guys like De La Hoya who play the game. But we know he gay. We've always known he was undercover.
No, we don't know that.
Oh, yeah, we
Come
knew.
on, man.
No, you don't. Come on now.
We know
You
that.
don't know that. You don't
We
know
know
that.
this.
I don't know.
We know that now.
Come on,
Steph,
the boxing world is a small world.
It's a
Everybody
very
knows
small
everything.
world. We know
Damn.
everything. We talk. We talk. Girl,
You fought for it.
I fought for him.
You fought for him. What
I
are you
fought
talking
for
about?
him. And these are the things that
He's gay, but he's definitely racist.
Yeah,
'Cause
he's racist.
Tell him what they said in the
He's racist.
bathroom. Tell him what they said in the bathroom. Nate went in the
I
bathroom.
went in the bathroom. I was Steph,
at his offices,
Hey,
right,
Steph.
old boy?
Steph, I was.
Motherfucker.
You might like this story. I just signed my contract. I had just signed my contract, and signed this very lucrative deal. I just left Don King. I signed this lucrative deal. It was cutting me this big ass check. And this check was so big, I was like, I need a wheelbarrow to carry this shit out of here. I'm for real. They had cut me a check. I was calling family members to come down and help me carry this motherfucker. It was that big. So
Do you have my number?
Do I? No, I
Yeah,
would no.
I'm saying if you ever need help like that, I'm available.
So, but Steph, I ate some enchiladas and they didn't agree with me, and I had the shit real bad. I'm gonna be honest with you. All right, boy. Steph, I'm being real. This is how it happened. You gotta listen to me now. So I had these real fly ass tennis shoes on, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm in the bathroom. Oh, I done killed. Oh, I know it is spackle all over this toilet. I know.
You know.
It is brown. It's spackle all over the toilet. And you're sitting in the stall and you don't want nobody to know it's you. You put your feet up on the door. And I went all the way down to the end to that big one down there.
The handicap
But
stall.
that's a dead giveaway. You don't go to the big one. You go to one of them little ones. That's the dead giveaway.
No. But it was so far away. That they didn't have the wherewithal to walk down and look to see if anybody was in there. So by the time they came in, I done got all my business straight, but I done stunk the joint. I know it. I was trying to come out of there because I didn't want to be in there with myself. That's how bad it was. I'm like, ooh. I didn't want to be around. I was cussing myself out. You stink when you like, God damn, nigga, you stink. So they came in and they was having a conversation, and the motherfucker said, these niggas think we owe them something. Now, ain't no other black.
Right.
Now, I just signed this check. I want y'all to hear me. Y'all know I ain't no sellout by a long shot. But this check was mighty, mighty, mighty big. And I was like, ooh. My first fight was going to be beautiful. Was a nice number, nice 6-figure payday. I'm like, oh. I'm thinking I can pay for, deal with crazy money. Deal with crazy money. They paid Don King like half $1 million to get me from him. Something like that. So they was trying to get me. So they was paying. That motherfucker say, these niggas think we owe them something. See, this is exactly why I don't like fucking with them.
Damn.
These niggas. I'm the only nigga you just signed.
Damn.
So somebody asked me how I felt about the lawyer, and I said, I know they're racist. I know they're racist. Somebody like, well, why do you say that? And so I'm having this conversation, and when I said they were racist, everybody shot me down all over in there. I was a race baiter. I was this. I was that. Then who was the guy's name that came out?
Damn.
There was a guy that came out and had the emails. Somebody had sent him the emails. And in the emails, they were referring to Al Heyman and other black fighters as niggas. And for all this, the last couple of years, I had been telling everybody it was racist. See, the one thing you got to remember is boxing is such a small community.
Shit gets around.
Shit gets around real big, real fast.
Y'all seeing shit in here.
And so what I'm saying is this here. There are a lot of, but for me, and I'm gonna say this. I don't want the reason you made about the state. David made the statement about the first gay champion. He wouldn't be the first gay champion, but I don't want to be the one attached to that because first of all, it ain't about your sexuality. It's about can you fucking fight.
That's it.
Can you fight? That's all I care about. Can you throw some hands?
So if that's what it's about, why not give that person a chance? If I'm talking about what you just said,
because
if that's what it's about,
Stephanie,
what is that against you? Why are you? Because it almost sounds like you homophobic. I'm just gonna say that. That's what it sounds like. Because if everything you just said, if you're saying
you've made it about
you're
that
saying
when
it's
you
about the skill of that person, what does it have to do with what they do or how they feel?
Because
what does it have to do with
what
anything?
you just did was you made it about being gay.
Right.
You made this about that.
Right.
If it ain't about you, if you be gay all you want, but don't make me buy into your delusion of your sexual illusion about what you are. You a man to me. Let me train you as a man. You can do what you want outside. But inside this gym, I'm not going to put you in the ring and let you box my daughter because you see yourself as a girl.
Right.
See,
so this was okay. So the person that came to you, their child identified was a boy, but identified as a girl. Is what you're saying?
Yeah.
And he refused to train him.
I refused to call him a girl, and because of that, it was going to be an issue. And rather than have that issue in my life,
you just
didn't
train it. You didn't have to deal with it.
First of all, hold on, David. Wait a minute. I'm going to say this here. Stephanie, I'm the farthest from homophobic. I just call it what it is.
Yeah,
I call it what it is.
No,
That's what I was going to say.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I was molested. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I was molested as a child by a male and a female. I'm sorry. You know what? I tell people all the time. I say at the end of life, what it did was it hardened me the way that I am. So now I don't find myself afraid to speak against either party. I just call it what it is, and it is what it is. Now people don't like it, but I grew up in a situation with a man named Doc Williams who died when he was in his 90s. This man fought Archie Moore. He fought all the best and the greatest fighters of all time. Doc talked to me just like I talk to people. Doc didn't give a damn. He spoke his piece, and if you didn't like it, cool. But if I got to be worried about, I don't talk to little girls the same way I talk to little boys. I just don't do it.
Right.
I just don't.
Right. I get that.
So you telling me that he's a girl, now I'm supposed to coddle this little motherfucker? No. This is a pain game.
I'm not saying that. I guess I needed clarity on what you were saying, because I'm listening to what you were saying, and when you saying that they made it about him being gay or her being gay, then I get what you're saying
He
in that
is
aspect.
a him.
So if they had come in the gym, didn't say anything about their sexual orientation, you would have trained them.
Yeah, I'd have been cool with it. Look, I don't care what you. I don't.
Okay.
Well, wait a minute now. I think Nate is past. You can't say he's homophobic. He just don't support homosexuals. That right? Because
Well, I don't support the movement. I support people having the right to do what they want to do.
Because you
do
already
that.
said because Gillum.
No, I said homophobic only because
That's a
of
fear.
how you were described.
That's
when
a
you
fear.
No,
said
but this was
that-
transgender
when
you
you
were
said
dealing
Yeah,
with.
homophobic
the
is
gay
a
fighter,
fear. You're not.
huh?
Homophobic
not
is
afraid.
I ain't afraid of nothing.
He has a stance
I
because
got a
he
stance.
told you he not
no,
going. He wouldn't vote for
no,
nobody.
But homophobic, but homophobia, it's not that you're afraid. It's several different variations of being homophobic.
See,
and it's not that you're afraid
that's
of,
my problem.
you
That's
know,
my
to
problem
work
with
with them, to be around them, or anything
That's
like
my
that.
problem.
That-
It's just,
that's my
a
issue.
lot of times it be,
That's my issue with that.
In the context that they use that with black males,
Yeah.
it's called homophobia. When I'm at the Comedy Zone working on material, our non-melanated comedians, they like to do the little gay jokes and say all this and that to get a reaction out of us, because most of us don't joke that way, and they will quickly say that we are homophobic. Or if we go up and do a joke about
I'ma
something
crack
like that,
a
they'll say
skullet.
we're homophobic. We get that a lot, so we can't even speak on it because we're going to be called homophobic. So a lot of us, me especially,
I
I
don't give a
normally
damn.
leave the whole topic alone because I have enough stuff to talk about.
Phobia means
But-
fear.
Yeah, my thing is 50 years from now, I want to go to a family reunion. So if you're not creating life, then more than likely we're not going to have a family reunion 50 years from now. I'm just logical about a lot of stuff. I don't judge you. Do whatever you do. But I have to look at the practical stuff out of it. Like, I want grandchildren, but I want them to look like me. Is that anything wrong with that? I don't want to have to adopt them or take them. I want to make them. I want my sperm to create them. What's
Right.
wrong with that?
Yeah, you want your kid to marry. Like my daughter told me something the other when she got married. My middle daughter, she told me something. I said, "Why you want to marry this one?" Steph, are you on the phone? Still here?
No, she ain't never been that quiet. She had to drop.
Hello?
No, she was on mute.
I'm sorry. Can y'all ask the question again?
No,
but
wait a minute. I said I want to say this up. My daughter told my
I'm
daughter.
sorry. I had static on my phone. I'm
Oh,
so sorry.
no,
What was the question?
David just made a statement that he said he won't his. Say what you said, David.
I think she might have heard me.
You heard what he
I
said?
just said I wanted family reunions 50 years from now, and I want my grandchildren to look like me. So, that's why I pushed the issue of my sons getting with a female and my grandson. He's 9 months, and I already told him he was a man, and I punched him in the chest.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
I'm not going to repeat this. Go ahead, Nate.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Hey, I don't know what happened. It
Oh.
was a lot of static.
Okay. Anyway, like I say, my issue is phobia means fear. Phobia means fear, and I don't care what people. Our problem is we use that word. I'm gonna tell you the words that are used against black men, especially. Homophobic, misogynist, chauvinist. I can go all down the line with a whole bunch of them.
Conservative.
Oh boy,
Oh.
I can go down the list with a whole
So all
bunch of them.
conservatives are gay?
No,
Oh.
no.
No, just-
No, wait, what?
That's a joke.
I thought you couldn't hear me. You had static.
No.
No,
Listen, Steph. Don't ignore him. Don't go off on that tangent.
I'm a comedian. That's my
I'm
job.
trying to ignore him. I'm trying to ignore him
doing
because I
the
know
good-
he's slow.
You're doing a good job of it.
Hey, but Steph, listen to me. All these words I just used are words that are shot at black men, I think, in this day and age, to make us
And
feel.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. And based on what you're saying, I do retract. I retract calling you that or even referencing that.
No. I'm not.
Because-
Not just you. I'm making a point here.
No. But I'm just speaking for me.
Right.
I'm just talking about for me because
Right.
that was not what I was trying to.
Right. I'm gonna make
even
gay
convey
jokes.
When I said what I said.
I'm gonna make gay jokes because if you want my acceptance, they come with me poking fun at you. Because if you want tolerance,
Oh yeah, definitely.
yeah, I get to pick at you. If we family, like I said in the beginning of the show, I got a cockeyed gay cousin. He catch hell, but that motherfucker, boy, he bringing it back. I asked him, I said, why you want to get your eye fixed?
Well, he probably don't look. He probably don't catch a whole lot because of that cock ass eye.
No.
So he probably missed stuff when you throw at him.
But I'm gonna tell you right now. Hey, he see that shit from a different angle every time. He don't stop bullshit. I'm telling you. But boy, his nickname is Boy, and I'm gonna tell you right now, boy, you come at Boy that fuck shit. He'll grease your ass up like that. Hey, you right
Some
ready
of
to
them
fight.
stronger than a motherfucker.
No, I ain't talking about. I'm talking about his verbal. He'll verbally assault you in ways that go against the grain. And I'm like, so what I'm saying is, my issue is this here. The words that they use against black men are misogynist, chauvinist, homophobic. There's a few others out there. But I told somebody, I said, when I open a door from you, I'm not a chauvinist. When I pay all the bills, I'm not a misogynist. When I stand up against a man sleeping with another man, not because I hate them, but because that's just not an act that I wish my children to partake in, that don't make me homophobic. That makes me a black man that understands who I am and what I believe in. So my problem is, until we get to the realization that we can have these conversations, we're going to always be fucked up on that.
Yeah. But Nate,
I agree.
Nate, do you think it's okay for us not to have the conversation? Like some of us have learned that that's not a good route. And
No, you ain't gotta have it.
We, as some of us, me, I ain't gonna say some of us. I feel like if I don't put on a dress, if I don't emasculate myself,
You can't make it in Hollywood.
well, fuck Hollywood. I make my own Hollywood.
There you go.
That, you know what I'm saying? I'm not willing to emasculate myself. I'm not willing to belittle my race. I'm not willing to do any of that. So, I mean, it is what it is.
Right.
You know? So sometimes I don't speak out against shit. I just watch it.
Right. Oh, you know what? And I'm gonna say this, Steph. Is there any role that you want portrayed in a movie?
Me particularly,
Yeah.
there is several roles I will not play. I will not play. I will not play a whore. I will not play anybody on
Whores are special.
drugs.
My mama, whores are special. My mama
I will.
on
I will.
drugs.
I'll do a nude scene. I'll do that in a heartbeat. Full nude, full frontal
what about a
and
man?
backle.
What about a man?
Would you play a man?
Would I play? No, I don't think I would play a man. But like, if it were like a costume party, I may dress up as a man and jokingly something like that. But to play a full like brother dear instead of mother dear, oh hell no, no, because I get that. I get it 100%. And for the longest, yeah, I was looking at it as entertainment, but it does bother me the more that I see it because you have way more of black men portraying those roles than do our counterparts.
See, you know what?
And
I'm
like,
glad
wait a
you.
minute.
I'm glad you said
And
that.
I didn't
I'm glad you
really
said
pay
that.
attention to it. I didn't really pay attention to it.
I'm glad you said
but then
that,
when
son.
I really started paying attention to it, I was like, okay, yeah.
I'm glad you
Yeah,
said
that does bother.
Would you take anal on camera?
Oh, stop it!
I had to ask the question. Everybody else was asking the question. I just, for the Lord.
David,
Uh-huh.
David.
Yes.
David.
Everybody else was
If
asking questions.
you better be glad we are not in the studio sitting next to us because I would have uppercut your ass just now. I would have throat chopped you just now. Yeah.
So
And then when
is
you
that
would
a
have
yes
went
or
down,
no?
when you would have went down, I would have grabbed like 6 of your dreads.
We'll take that as a yes.
You would have got your ass beat just now.
Wait a minute. Gillum can take it.
Damn.
Or,
You know what?
Hey, Steph.
Next time, look. When I actually come to the studio, David can't be there because I already know we're gonna have to. It's gonna be cut. Stop. We're gonna be done balled his ass up. I already see that now.
so you like
And I
you a
don't even fight. I don't
dominatrix?
even
You a
fight.
dominatrix, huh?
Stop
Ain't no
playing
damn
with me.
domination.
I shoot off if you beat me. Ski. It was that's
Steph, didn't I tell you to stop? Steph.
Said you could shit on the bed for good measure.
yeah. I ain't taking no pills.
Steph.
Now
Steph,
I take the pain.
Didn't I tell you ignore it? Didn't I say ignore him? Didn't I?
Y'all-
I am ignoring it.
Why y'all
But if
leaving
I was there,
questions
I'd
off the
question out of
table?
it now.
It's your job as a reporter, Nate, to ask all the questions. You leaving stuff on the table.
I hope not. I hope I'm leaving nothing on the table because you ignorant. But Steph,
Just horrible.
the reason I keep asking.
So we still don't know if that's a no or yes. But
Okay, We gonna keep Steph. We gonna keep going, Steph. This is what we need. We got it, but the problem is this here. My last topic I'm gonna have with you is this. I make a statement all the time, and I think that as a black woman, I want you to speak to this. There's a statement there's a saying that there's something that Voltaire wrote many years ago. It simply says, "You will know who you're enslaved to by who you cannot criticize." Did you hear that?
Mm.
You will know.
I've never heard it, but yeah, I just felt so when you said it.
Okay. That is you. I use that to point out that black men are not allowed to criticize black women, but black women can criticize black men as much as they want.
That's true in my house.
Wait a minute.
It's true in my house.
Wait a minute. Let me sit up. I had done slumped over. Let me sit all the hell the way up. Matter of fact, let me stand up. Now
I've
wait.
been
Now
married
what?
25 years, and that's true in my house.
Black women are allowed to criticize black men on anything. You can criticize us on manhood, this, that, and which you have no idea what it's like to be a man. And we can't criticize. You can be dead wrong. If I criticize you, it's a problem. Not all black women, but as a whole.
I don't agree with that 100%. I think there's a double standard, and I think that when it comes to what men do, what they actually do to women in terms of criticizing, is whether they knowingly or unknowingly, and it could be. To me, it has to do with how women present themselves. Women are so running after and chasing after the perfect body, the perfect smile, the perfect this, the perfect all this physical attributes to impress this man because of what is so always thrown into the man's face about what's acceptable, what's beauty, what's this, what's that. And so women begin that rat race to keep his attention. And a lot of times men don't encourage natural beauty. Not a lot of men. A lot of men don't encourage natural beauty. So these women are, that is the criticism that we get as black women. And then I'm not even getting into the dark skin, light skin thing, because that's a whole different.
Hold on. Let me lead you into that. Both of my wives were dark skinned. As a matter of fact, my first wife was so dark she stood against a wall like a hallway.
You know,
she fell on a white sheet like it was a hole in the spread. Hear me? All my kids came from a woman that was patent leather black.
Melanin.
I love. I told somebody. I said I had picked out funeral plots with that woman. That's how deep it was with me.
Damn.
And my nickname was Red growing up.
Understood. So but you talking about you. You do not make up a large majority of what women face, and so that's not to say because of what we're experiencing with black men that it makes it okay for us to then dump on the black men. I think that it needs to be a real conversation with black men and black women.
That's why
the criticism that we're talking about versus the criticism that we get from black men, they may not be on the same spectrum, but criticism is criticism, and it's causing the disconnect with black men and black women.
Okay.
But
that's how I feel about it. But now to your point, I do think as a black woman, I can speak as a black woman. I am a black woman. I can say that sometimes we are extremely hard and we are very critical on our black men. And I'm not going to say but I have to throw in our experiences with these black men these days. And it's not all of them, but the ones that the majority of the experiences that a lot of women have with black men these days, it's not always positive.
Okay.
It's really not.
Okay. You do know that when black women say that, I look at them and say, you do know that black men have had as many fucked up situational circumstances pop up with this as y'all have. And we're supposed to just get over it. I'm going to give you one. I had a woman say, I'm so sick of black men whining and complaining. I said, baby, I don't know who you with. I said, because if you do something to me, we just don't go together no more. I ain't going to call you. I ain't going to talk to you. I ain't finna argue with you. I'll drive by you and I'll drive by you getting rained on. Your car broke down the side of the road. I just leave you alone.
And I want to speak on the behalf of the natural beauty, saying black men don't appreciate natural beauty. There's a certain segment of men, comedic men, spiritual men. We don't like anything fake. We want real hair. We want real butts, real titties, real everything. So that, but it's,
But you two are not the majority. Unfortunately, you are the
Nate,
minority.
I'm speaking about me.
Unfortunately,
Nate don't necessarily.
right? And I get what you're saying. And honestly, David, I understand that about you. When I first met you, I knew. I said, yeah, it's some substance to you. You look horrible in the face, but that had nothing to do with it. One thing or the other.
I am
But
not
I
going to
knew
fire
there's
back because
substance.
Nate said we cannot criticize.
Yeah, I didn't say that you can attack her ass tonight. She,
Well, simply,
But at any rate, but
My mama
no,
said I
all jokes
look
aside, all jokes aside,
Yeah.
I know the caliber of me and you two both are, but that's not what women encounter on a regular basis.
but that's y'all. Wait a minute.
They get the sagging pants. They get the
But
they get
whose choice is that?
the guys that talk to them like a dog.
Who-
And it is some
Steph,
real good guys out there.
Steph,
I'm not gonna dare say that.
Steph, but whose choice is that? You got to realize something now. Here's my I'm gonna say wait a minute.
And I want to see
We
pictures of
teach
men
people how
that
to
you
treat
have
us.
dated.
Wait a
We teach you how to
minute.
treat us.
Wait a minute.
I want to see
Hold
pictures
on.
of the men
Hold
that
on.
you have
Hold on,
dated.
David. I want to say this here. I feel like another thing. I feel like the word accountability must only be for men because women damn sure don't take none.
No, I don't believe that.
Listen,
I don't believe that.
if you dating
Go
a guy who if a guy approached you with saggy pants and y'all end up dating, that was your choice.
You're right. You 100% right.
So where's the
You
accountability
100%
on that?
right.
You knew he was. Hey,
And to
hey,
me-
wait a minute,
listen.
Steph, and you knew he wasn't
ahead.
shit when he drugged them pants up there.
But listen, and you're 100% right, and that is why I do so much in the community along the lines of women empowerment. And I'll say it in a heartbeat. I opened up one of my shows, Women We Ain't Shit, and I say it just like that because we teach people how to treat us, and that's from in your business, that's from in your personal relationships, that's from even in your friendships, that's non-romantic. You teach people how to treat you, and if there's something going on in a relationship and you know it's not right, but you still say that, it's something wrong with you.
That's
not
true.
us individuals.
And because
It's
self-esteem.
something wrong with you.
Cat Williams had
Right.
one of the greatest jokes about it ever. He said, "Self-esteem is esteem of yourself."
Come on.
You got
Exactly. Exactly.
Somebody asked me the other day, say, "I got all girls." I told somebody, I said, "One thing you can't never do is offer my daughter something she never had, tell her something her daddy never told her, and treat her any kind of way that her daddy would ever allow you." Because one thing about me, if you hurt one of my daughters, I'm gonna do the same thing to you did to her. So if you hurt my daughter, I'm gonna hurt you, and I mean to hurt you.
And to the women, and the young
Lamb
girls that
thinks
do
you're
not
gonna
have
do
a
the same
male
things.
figure, those are the ones that I crowd for the most
You gonna do
because
the same thing they
it's
did.
up to other women, especially if you are in the community and you see these girls and you know that they don't have the male role model in their household or in any of their settings, then that's where that's when we really got to reach back and grab folk. That's one of my biggest things. That's why I'm all about women and girls empowerment, because a lot of times we get ourselves in stuff that we walk in it and we knowing that he don't mean us no good. We knowing this situation ain't right for us, but for whatever reason, because of the esteem of ourselves, we go on and get involved into this stuff. And it's easy to blame the guy. It's easy to blame the situation, but that doesn't heal the person that's involved in it. And so my thing is, I'm trying to tell as many people as possible, especially women, you are the prize. Treat yourself as such. And unless until you do that and you really, really, really get a full understanding of who you are, the importance of who you are, the power that you have as a woman, and then you add black woman on top of that, until you get that, you're going to be subject yourself to all sorts of foolishness. And that's what the biggest issue is.
Okay.
I don't blame the men. I blame the women who allow the men to do these things to them.
Okay.
And it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate, and I don't always get rave reviews, or I don't always get you right, because a lot of times they but you got to understand, when you're in a cycle of abuse, when you're in a this, you're in a that, I get that 100%. But at some point, you need to come to yourself. When you get sick and tired of being sick and tired, and stop making all these damn excuses. If you can't do it for nobody but yourself, if you can't even if you got to get out of that situation for your damn dog, whatever you got to do to get out of that situation and get out of it, and stop making excuses. That's just what it is.
Exactly. I'm gonna say this up, and I really think this is something. I'm gonna say this in closing. We can really end the show. I'm gonna say this in closing though. As a father of all daughters, I do my very best, my level best. I was once a guy that would say and do some crazy stuff. Now I was honest. I lived in Tampa, and I was honest. I walk in the room and tell her, "Look, I ain't shit. I want you to know this right now. I ain't shit. I ain't no sense me lying to you. I ain't shit." That was my come on line. I ain't shit. I was honest about it. I ain't shit. We gonna fuck a whole lot. We gonna go to some trips. I ain't paying your lights, water, cable. I don't want to be your baby's uncle, dad, and none of that. If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it because I want to. But I ain't shit. And I was honest about that. And I think that the problem is not enough young men are honest about that they ain't shit. They lie about who they are, and they make this woman feel like there's something they're not, and then they can't live up to that. So I do understand why a lot of women feel the way they feel. But I'm also say this. Until we come to a realization that young black men need fathers, they need fathers. They need male role models. They need somebody to call them on their shit. Because I love y'all women, but y'all can't do it. And I'm going to tell you why you can't do it. I'm going to tell you why you can't do it. These young boys now coming to this gym, they come into my gym, they is bitchy. They are effeminate. They soft. Because women are just soft. They are supposed to be. I don't care how hard. Okay. You know why the city of Jacksonville and me are talking about me having a gym downtown? Because these little boys killing each other. Because a daddy don't tell you if he hit you, pick up something and bust him upside the head. Daddies don't say that. Daddy said you better fight him. We ain't got enough of that going around no more. You better fight him. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is this here. I asked that question about women because I wanted to hear your honest opinion. I thank you for giving me that honest opinion because we needed that. We needed that. Those are the kind of things we need to hear. But I also want to have when this kung flu is over. Fuck you, David. I'm gonna call it what it is.
Yeah, I see now too. It's a lot of slow people on this whole call. Okay, but go ahead.
As soon as this kung flu is over, I really want to get the ladies and the men to come in here, the comedians to come in, and I want us to make light of this shit, but I also want us to be real about this shit. We gotta make. Yeah. We gotta do this. We gotta do this because this is the only way we're gonna heal. We gotta have. I call it the uncomfortable conversation. Conversation. And that's what this show is about, the uncomfortable conversation. I thank you, Stephanie, for coming in and speaking with us. And I thank you, David, for being you. You awesome. You're an asshole, but you my asshole. I thank you, John, for allowing us to do our thing. I want to thank y'all for tuning in. I want you guys to hit me up on the other side of my email. You know, y'all can hit me up at Nate, Experience the Galaxy with ExperienceTheGalaxy.com. You can also hit me up on Nate, it's Nathaniel Campbell 747 at Gmail. And I want you guys to tell me how you feel about this. Give us a line of questions. And I also want you guys to remember that in the midst of everything that you're going through in this life, no matter what you see, no matter what you say, only what you do in this life to help other people will really stand, because you can do all the great stuff in the world for yourself. You ain't gonna remember because you're dead. Or somebody else will. Peace.